for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
What happened to the other thing?
My bad, I put the wrong thing in.
It's okay.
I thought I put in the Gremlins.
Oh, did you have a... Hang on a second, we got to do this. Not working, sorry.
Lakers in 5, Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5, sure, we got that. We got Mason.
What about the
Ireland,
Bergman and
Best
Friends
Show
song?
on the radio.
Oh, yeah, we don't have that.
We don't have that.
12:17 on a live imaging Tuesday.
The thing ain't working at
Welcome
the
to
moment.
Mason and Ireland.
Hey,
and shocking. Now Andy's in for John today.
Yes.
Where's Bergman? No Bergman today?
No Bergman today. We decided we got us a full house.
We got the Masters theme? It is this week. It is the tradition unlike any other.
I did put in the Masters theme.
Okay.
It is a tradition.
You know, Quentin Yates went on a whole rant today about the Masters. Quentin and Friends. Weekday morning, 7 to 9. Yeah.
What did you go on the rant about?
Go to the podcast. It's not my place to talk about.
I will go.
Because Quentin comes in the second segment of Travis and DeMarco.
Oh,
and
I
like it
that.
because it's less Travis and DeMarco.
Oh, come on. Pick on Travis and his smock.
That's amazing.
Did you see a smock?
Yes.
I don't know what was going on with that.
Good looking smock.
Yeah, it's good looking. But is he painting later? Is he doing pottery? Why do you
Who
why
was
do you
the
need
famous
this?
painter that was on PBS?
Bob Ross. He's doing
is he
his
doing a Bob Ross?
Travis is painting happy bushes.
It's
Bob
about time.
Ross painted those paintings so fast.
It's a
There
happy
should
bush.
be an investigation.
Was that what Bob Ross mainly did?
Yeah.
Was bushes?
He did a lot of shrubbery. Did
a lot of
landscape.
landscape. He was
Lot
all
of
landscape.
It's a
All
happy
landscape.
bush.
Yeah.
I remember
Our
that.
Bob Ross episode, isn't there a channel on Pluto TV dedicated to Bob Ross?
There could be.
Very well could be. He did that for years and years and years.
Brian likes happy bushes. I like Bob Ross.
Yeah, there you go.
There you
like
go.
Bob Ross.
Man, on this live imaging Tuesday, welcome to it. We're going to get you ready for Lakers basketball. Lakers
Yeah.
Purdue today. And how about the Nuggets?
Boy, this is the weirdest. I cannot believe you fire a guy a week before the playoffs.
As
it
a
doesn't
4
seem to
seed.
make any sense. Michael Malone gets canned today.
And the what's the GM's name?
Calvin Booth.
Eddie Tollbooth or something?
Yeah, or Calvin.
Calvin?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to warn you now. If you're trying to go inside track and get Morales and Bergman fired and pull the same move,
Do you think I'm that guy?
I don't think you're that guy, but I did.
I think Ireland is.
Ireland is. But Ireland and I have a pact now. Like, he would fire Bergman in
Oh,
a
really?
second.
Ireland, since
Because of the heart-
Ireland and you
because
have
of
a
the
pact.
heart.
Oh, because of the
Because
heart thing?
We got
Sorry
that
about your
connection.
heart.
Yeah. And even Lisa Ireland likes me now because of the heart.
Does she?
Yeah.
Sympathy.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Sympathy.
It
I'll
just
take-
took you almost dying for people to see the good in you.
Well, no, there were some bumps with Lisa Ireland along the road.
Really? What were the bumps?
Well, we're
with
not going to
Lisa?
get into it.
Oh, why?
12:20, by by the way. on
Why?
Live
It's
Imaging.
Live Imaging Tuesday.
No,
That's
I don't
what
want
we
to do
on
it right
Live
now. How about
Imaging
that?
Tuesday.
Monster
You monster is what she once said about you.
Yeah, I know.
We were saying
you sat at many of those dinners and you just listened and took it.
Listened and just stormed out afterwards
Yeah.
is the way that normally worked. So, by the way, Ireland is in Oklahoma City.
Are we going to hear from him today?
We will hear from him. He's going to come on at 2:30 today.
Beautiful.
And he'll do the last hour of the show. Also, the Luke Robitaille show is coming up at 1:15.
Can't wait.
We love the Luke Robitaille show.
Kings are a playoff team now.
Yeah, and the Kings have made the playoffs, so that's exciting. We also talked about Ovechkin breaking the record this weekend. And Deacon Fry expected to come on the show today from
The great
the
Deacon Fry.
Eagles. Yeah, who knows ball, man. I was talking to Deacon Fry about the Lakers. He really knows Lakers basketball, and he is crazy, crazy passionate about it.
Now, I'm sure you talked about it yesterday, but I'm fresh to the show.
Yes.
So, were the Eagles incredible?
They were amazing. They were amazing. I mean, the thing about the Eagles is every single song is a gigantic hit.
Right.
And so it does feel like you're listening to a soundtrack of your life, right?
Right.
And they start out with, and I don't know if I have this on, they start out with this kind of mural thing on the wall with every single LA landmark all kind of gathered up, and it is spectacular. Everything from the Griffith Observatory to the whiskey to the Hollywood sign to the Chateau Marmont, like everything that is LA is all encompassed in this mural. It is really, really cool.
Care to take a guess how many copies the Eagles, their greatest hits 1971 through 1975 sold?
Ooh. So that's the one without Hotel California Life and the Fast Lane on it. That's the blue one. The one that's got the more laid-back AC stuff on it. AC means adult contemporary.
Yes, it does.
That's Mason and I's old world.
Yes.
Back when we were disc jockeys.
Disc jockeys. 93Q WRQN.
Exactly.
How many do you think it sold? The greatest hits 1971 through
30 million albums.
Not high enough.
Really?
Wow.
Keep going.
60 million albums.
Go lower.
40 million albums.
Slightly lower.
35 million.
38
million. There
million
you go.
copies.
Yeah, that's
38
amazing.
times platinum.
What's the number one selling? Is Michael Jackson Thriller the number one selling album
It
of
was
all
for
time?
a while. Taylor Swift might have beat it. Or
Taylor
something.
Swift could have, although she releases so many albums.
I don't know.
She cranks those things out so fast. She's like Stephen King in books. Stephen King has got a book all the time. Have you ever read a Stephen King book?
Yes.
They are over 1,000 pages sometimes. I'm like, I do not have the patience. The first thing I look for when I'm looking for a book is it's short. I like short books. I'm a very big fan.
According to Wiki, it's still Michael Jackson's Thriller.
There you go.
It is still
70 million copies.
70 million. The amazing thing about that is literally every song on that album charted from A to Z, every single one, and so many went to number one.
Number two, I would not have guessed this.
Is it Fleetwood Mac Rumors?
No, that's seven or eight. Number two, Back in Black by AC/DC.
Oh, wow. Sure.
30, according to Wikipedia, 50 million in reported
Who knew?
sales.
I never realized I just found out recently they are Australian.
You
Is
didn't
that
know
right?
that?
No, I did
knew
not.
that, yeah.
They're Australian.
This is the song Brian listens to when he's going to ransack somebody's house.
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, now you gotta get pumped.
Yeah, that's how you get worked up.
Oh yeah.
Number three, the Bodyguard soundtrack. Number four, Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. And number five, Eagles, their greatest hits, 71 to 75. Number six is the Eagles' Hotel California.
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
Wow, so the Eagles are twice in the top 6. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shania Twain follows him.
Have you been to Sphere yet?
I have not.
You will be blown away. You'll be blown
I
away.
did learn, though, during our wrestling remote. No, that's Spear, not Sphere. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But how did the wrestling show go?
It was great.
Yeah, Shay was there. I heard a lot of it. Shay was there.
we're taking O'Shea from you.
DeMarco was there. Shay is not.
Shay likes him better.
Is not.
He was throwing a lot of Mason Iron Shade, which I enjoyed.
But he's not. He's. I have
No, he loves you. He hates Ireland.
Does he really?
No,
well,
he
he says
doesn't.
Ireland's a heel.
Yeah.
He says I'm a baby face and Ireland's a heel.
Yeah.
And I agree. I'm a baby
But
face.
I was so exhausted.
You're a heel.
Oh, yeah.
Andy, you're a baby face.
I was so exhausted from carrying Cappy yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
I was so tired.
Is he really?
He had nothing, man.
And your
He had
heart's not up
nothing?
for that.
Yeah. No,
At
it
this-
is.
at this
My heart
stage-
actually has made an amazing recovery. They think it's almost normal now.
Okay, I worry because carrying Cappy, like, that's very strenuous.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
You are recently removed from
I almost died. 12:24
almost
p.m.
died.
by
Yeah,
this.
thank you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm concerned for you.
So, did you stay and watch the wrestling part of it?
A lot of it was on because we hung out probably for 45 minutes after.
Okay, so
yeah.
it was going on.
Yeah, and so many great fans out there that were coming up to me. Hey, we prayed for you. Don't listen to what Mason says.
I've said
You know?
nothing but nice things about
Right,
you.
exactly.
On the air.
Okay.
on the air.
By the way, it's coming. There's an email coming that I'm going to sit down with you in Ireland next week when you're back together, which is rare, as we know.
You're going to sit down with us?
Yes.
What does that even mean?
We're going to have a meeting.
Is this a contract negotiation?
The three of us.
Yeah, the contract?
No.
Oh.
This is an air check?
You're going to like it. You're not going to storm out of this meeting.
I'm not going to storm out?
No.
Okay. Good. I don't need that.
It's not an air check meeting.
I don't need that in my life.
I know what the show sounds like.
Oh my God, air
What can
check
you do?
meetings. Oh, I would off myself. Seriously, for an air check meeting, forget it.
It's like Jack at the end. Go ahead. Whatever you got there. Jack from Boogie Nights.
Yes. Yes. So let me see. We're going to do a little bit of content today too. So Lakers tonight. We're expecting. I know that Rui is out.
Rui has been
There's
listed.
a shock.
Everybody else is questionable for all intents and
Means they're not
purposes.
gonna play.
Luka, DFS, LeBron, Bronny, Austin. Well, he's got an illness.
What?
You heard he scored 39
Tonight's
in
the
a
kind
G
of
League
night
game.
that he would get some time.
This could be his flu game.
Yeah,
this could be
there you go.
Bronny's flu game. But Luka, DFS, LeBron James Sr., LeBron James Jr., Austin Reeves, and Gabe Vincent are all listed as questionable. Rui is out.
Yeah, I am in favor of this strategy. If, in fact, this is the direction it goes, if Luka, LeBron, all those guys sit, Austin.
Why are you in favor of it? Or do you want to tell us next?
I'll tell you next.
Okay.
Mason, Ireland. It's live imaging Tuesday. Andy's in for John, 710 ESPN.
So you got to tune into Sedano and Cap next Monday, or Monday, April 14th. We're going to all broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego.
That is so cool.
Cappy and I are going to go swim with the orcas. Although saltwater, I can't have a lot of salt water in my mouth. I can't swallow a lot.
You can't. Well, yeah.
SeaWorld San Diego. We're going to experience the all new,
react to this.
The all new Jewels of the Sea jellyfish exhibit.
Are you gonna? Do you hold the jellyfish? Is that what
Gosh, I
goes
hope
on?
so. I
'Cause
wanna
there's
hold
like
it.
a sea petting zoo, right? Can't you like play with the turtles and whatnot?
I sometimes play with turtles. Is the jellyfish the one though? If it stings you, you got to pee on it.
There are many different
That's
kinds
right,
of
that's right.
jellyfish, but you're right. There's one
They don't
where
have
you
the
pee on
stinging
the
jellyfish.
sting.
Yeah,
What does a stingray do?
I think it
No, a
stings you.
stingray you don't pee. You
No,
don't
you
pee
don't
on
pee
your
on it?
foot.
Okay.
I think you're kind of screwed if a stingray gets
Yeah,
you.
stingray.
Oh, JK.
But I'm not a marine biologist, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're also going to be.
That's why you're going to SeaWorld.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn this stuff.
We're staying at the stunning, family-friendly Paradise Point Resort and Spa. Check out the fun on social and tune in for your chance to win a family 4-pack and a night stay at Paradise Point Resort and Spa. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing. What's going to be amazing is what we do next on Mason Island on 710.
Two of the biggest titans in all of CONCACAF. Los Angeles Football Club, Inter Miami CF. Battle.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? It's just better for you. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Pre-game starts tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy, spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
This PGA Tour moment is brought to you by True Green.
Tiger Woods' victory at the 2019 Masters will go down as one of his most dramatic. It had been 14 years since his last victory at Augusta National, and it was 11 years since he won a major, not to mention 2 years since he felt his career was over due to injury.
There was no future. I just wanted to be able to walk again.
With a dramatic victory, Tiger joined Jack Nicklaus as the only players to win the Masters in 3 different decades.
True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
NextGen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? From quick tune-ups to full replacements, NextGen has you covered. For a limited time, ESPN LA listeners can get a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. That's right. Stay in the game all season with an $88 heating and AC tune-up from NextGen. Call 833-3-NEXTGen today.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXTGen.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code GO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
You were a young boy, did you have a puppy?
I didn't have a puppy, but I do like it.
What happened to the puppy?
I don't know. Where's the puppy? I said puppy, not puppy.
Oh,
Doesn't
I thought
matter.
puppy.
12:32.
Did she sing puppy or puppet?
I don't know. Start it over. Let's
Start
hear
it over. I want to hear if she said puppy or puppet.
It's probably puppy, but
This
I
is
heard
Tina
puppet.
Turner, River Deep Mountain High, produced by Phil Spector.
Is it puppet?
I'll
If you
Google the
know,
lyrics.
877-17 SBN.
Brian, you're the final arbiter. Puppy.
Puppy.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
12:32 on a live imaging Tuesday on Mason and Ireland. Andy's sitting in for John.
I'm going to assume that it's puppet because the original lyrics that I'm looking up right now says had a rag doll. And
it is supposed to be a rag doll.
And rag doll is closer to puppet than puppy.
So,
hey, I'm your puppet.
I'm your puppet.
That's a different thing.
The reason I played that song is because I was just telling you.
Yes.
I'm always looking for new music from. This is in my workout mix right now. It's
Now,
a great record.
pop
It's
this up a
old
little
school.
Because Brian just made a face at me when you said workout music, and I would agree.
Don't put two to two together here.
Yeah. What kind of workouts are you doing?
Yeah.
What kind of workouts are you doing?
This is an upbeat song.
I mean me.
Look, hey, I work out every single day for an hour and a half. I need different music all the time. So I've dug back to River Deep Mountain High, produced by Phil Spector.
He had some bad days.
He did. Did he not shoot somebody?
Wow.
Yes. I mean, well, I don't remember if it was a gunshot. He has
Mace,
killed
can I
someone.
suggest some music for your playlist?
Sure, you can.
You should go to John Ireland. Did you know he has a workout playlist?
He's a workout. By the way, and you know what it starts with?
Lose Yourself.
Lose Yourself by
Eminem.
Eminem, absolutely.
You guys are going to be in trouble when John comes back.
So I have this thing called a fire stick. Okay, forget it.
Wow. Have you heard
So I
of
said,
it?
Shaq, we're live on air.
You know you can travel with it?
You can't just bury people because
Wait,
they're not here.
wait a minute, you can travel with a fire stick?
Yeah,
I
did you
did
not
not
know that?
realize that.
Okay, just because Sedano takes a lot of shows off, you can't bury people when they're not here.
No, Ireland's doing work. I'm not. He just doesn't have
We
to be
love
here.
John
Yeah, we
Ireland.
love John. We love John, even though he's a heel and I'm a baby face. Use the wrestling terminology.
You do whatever you
Oh,
want to do.
I'm going to.
You know?
Believe me, I've been doing that for a long time.
I know.
So we were talking about the Lakers a little bit. Lakers tonight have got Rui Hachimura out and everybody else, for all intents and purposes, questionable. And to me, this does make sense. You need to win 2 of your last 4 games. Tonight is not your best opportunity to win. It's unlikely you're going to shoot 55% from 3 again and beat OKC at full strength. So why not take this night off and then get ready for Dallas tomorrow, second night of a back-to-back, and have everybody available? I think they need 2 wins. Tonight's not going to be one of them.
Well, they do need 2 wins of the next 4 if they want to guarantee a 3 seed without help from anybody else. There is a logic to this that makes sense, except in terms of playing the odds, if you want to play the odds for getting the most amount of wins, you would try to win all 4 games.
Yeah, see, I'm playing the odds and saying I need 2 of the next 4. Tonight's not going to be one of them. I don't feel like tonight's a night we're going to beat OKC for a second time in 3 days.
Can you take a night off in the playoffs?
Because they are the best team in the conference.
So
and they are playing everybody.
But what if you happen to match up extremely well against them, and this is actually the way things are going to line up moving forward? Like, as much as I don't think the Lakers are going to keep shooting 55% from the field and behind the arc against the Thunder, there wasn't a lot in that game that looked fluky.
Yeah.
So what if this actually is the matchup, and maybe you are missing out on your better opportunity to beat a team because you go into Dallas, they've got Anthony Davis. You don't necessarily have the best matchup against him. Maybe.
And he's fired up.
I'm just saying, you might be missing your shot tonight.
The only thing fluky was the 3-pointers out of the gate were hot, but that's not fluky.
They made 8 of their first 10, 15 of their first 20.
Okay, let's take it down 10%. If they shot 40% from behind the arc,
It's still
45. I mean,
they still won that game.
They still win the game, but my point is, it doesn't seem fluky.
No, I get what you're saying.
Right. I think that you've got to consider right now that the playoffs start next week. What day next week do they start?
Well, Tuesday's going to be the play-in, right?
Tuesday's the play-in.
Yeah. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I want to say they start Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
I think.
We're already at playoff time.
I know.
That's amazing. So, yeah, I mean, look, I understand this second night of back-to-back. You want to keep LeBron and Luka out of a back-to-back situation. I think Luka's played 1 back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken, since he's been here. Played both ends of a back-to-back once. I want those guys to be fresh for the postseason.
But this isn't a back-to-back. They had a night off.
No, it's the first night of a back-to-back.
I understand.
Tomorrow they're in Dallas. So
no,
do you want to?
Luka has played.
Has he? Multiple back-to-backs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. First night of a back-to-back, second. It doesn't matter which night you take off. If I'm going to take one night off, I'm going to take the game off against OKC and play the game against Dallas.
But why not try to beat them twice? Why not? Show everybody that you can beat them in the playoffs when you're not going to get to take a night off.
You are still putting Luka and LeBron in a back-to-back situation the week before the playoffs. But I know. But let's get real. When it all starts for real, it's a different story.
Sure, but if they get, assuming they get the 3 seed, assuming they do enough to at minimum stay out of the play-in, they get a week off anyway.
Yeah.
Like, so unless you are concerned about them potentially getting hurt in a back-to-back situation, like if that's actually your concern.
So wait a minute, are you saying you want everybody to play both ends of the back-to-back?
I'm saying that there is a calculated risk to doing it this way. If you need to get 2 wins out of 4 in order to guarantee yourself a 3 seed, if you are willing to punt this game tonight, it means you now have to win 2 out of the next 3.
Although here's the thing, you got Dallas. A team that you can certainly beat. It means something for Dallas. They're in the play-in tournament, all that stuff. Anthony Davis and Luka going back. I feel really good about that as a Lakers win, particularly because Luka is going to be emotional and I think is going to go off. Then you got Houston Friday, and Houston's set. They may sit guys, and then you've got Portland, a terrible Portland team, on the last day of the season on Sunday. You can chalk that one up.
Here's what I think that was interesting about Houston, and I genuinely don't know. Ime Udoka has a really inexperienced team.
Yes.
Like, other than Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks, and I guess to whatever degree you think Steven Adams is going to play, nobody else on that team has playoff experience at all.
Right.
If I'm Udoka, I don't know if I want to sit guys in that game. I don't know if I want to get them out of a competitive mindset, make them that much less dialed in, because they're going to have a week off anyway. I may want to play everyone in that game.
Yeah, you might. Although the game's going to mean, obviously, a lot more to the Lakers than it does to Houston.
It definitely will.
Because Houston's locked into the 2 now.
Right,
they cannot be supplanted.
But in terms of
supplanted, wow.
Ooh,
that's a big time word.
Studying in New York.
Ding. But like
Were you studying in New York?
You know what's great about vocabulary? When you use a good word, definitely point out to everybody that you used a good word.
Nothing makes you sound smarter
Supplanted,
than
yes.
celebrating yourself for using a big word.
Hey, that was a good one.
But like, they may not be playing for anything in the standings, but that doesn't mean that the game is meaningless. Like in terms of Houston getting ready for the playoffs, it still carries significance.
I still look at it and say, I get it completely. Take tonight off, win in Dallas, got Houston Friday, win at Portland. And by the way, the other part of this is the teams that are, 4 through 8 are all like separated by an inch.
And look, they're all playing each other, and there could be some cannibalization going on, and it could be that they've decided, like, these other teams are going to do some of the work for us anyway. Like, Golden State is going to play the Clippers once.
Yes.
One of those teams is going to lose. Memphis, I think, and Minnesota play once. One of those teams is going to lose. Denver and I think Memphis also play. Like, one of them's going to lose. The math may just work out in the Lakers' favor anyway.
Right.
But there is a calculated risk, and people just need to understand there is a risk involved.
And in the end, we expect probably everybody to sit tonight.
Yep.
We're speculating. It's not official,
And
but
they're going to probably lose, right?
And they will probably lose.
Go.
It's not going to be one of those situations.
Ronnie James flu game.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
You never know. He could score 39 like in that G League game.
Mm-hmm.
If I was John Ireland, I would say last year they had nobody, and they still went into Boston and won.
And he's the best. What pick was he?
55th.
He's the best 55th pick ever.
He is.
Quite possibly.
It's right up there. All right, coming up next, we're going to spin the wheel of questions. In the meantime, hey, you know this jingle. You know this song.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
So here's the thing. You heard this jingle for years. You should never forget those 8 words, because if you're involved in an auto accident or a pedestrian accident, scooter, motorcycle, slip and fall at a store, whatever it is, you got to have help. And if you're in an accident or injury situation, remember, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. Jacob and his team are going to get you to a doctor, make sure you get the rental car, all without paying a penny. They're going to handle the phone calls and get you the settlement that you deserve. Let Jacob and his team remove all the stress of having to deal with the insurance companies. Let's hope you don't need to call Jacob, but if you or a friend or a loved one is involved in an accident, remember those 8 words.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. And if you or a loved one has been injured or lost property because of the recent wildfires, lawsuits have been filed against those responsible. Please call Jacob for a case evaluation, or he'll help you review your insurance policy and your claims. He'll do it all for free. Together, we are LA Strong. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is hitting the road.
Waba Grill.
What's our secret? It's our sauce.
Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Waba Grill. It's unexpected. It's delicious. It's saucy. It's for you.
The Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investment to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover train will quickly move guests between all terminals, the new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and a kiss and fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less. And trains depart every 2 minutes, beginning in early 2026. Learn more on this website, lawa.org/ESPN.
Hey, basketball fans, John Ireland here. Austin Reeves has been playing lights out, and now he's bringing that same energy to his brand new signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Designed for top performance and comfort, these kicks are for players who grind just like Austin. He was hands-on in crafting every detail, making sure the AR2s deliver on and off the court. So go to Rigorer.com, RIGORER. Don't wait. Own a pair of Austin Reeves' shoes. That's Rigorer.com.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Evan Cohen here. When the draft clock is ticking, you've got to pick the best talent, regardless of position, to fit your team's needs. Well, if you're hiring for your business, you want to find the best talent for any of your roles. That's why you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology hustles to find qualified candidates for your job immediately. And if you see a standout candidate, ZipRecruiter lets you personally invite them to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Who needs it? Right?
So it still works, but
well, that's good.
I'm not climbing the walls.
Oh, is that right?
12:45 on a live imaging
Hey,
Tuesday.
it's Yacht Rock.
By the way, our friends Yachtly Crew,
I know.
Saturday, November 29th, pre-sale tickets go on now for Peacock Theater. Are you going to join Cappy and I when we go on stage at the Peacock?
Me and Juan are going to definitely be there.
Well, Juan can't come on stage unless he wants to.
I'll come on stage because somebody's got to yell, Stapler Street.
Are you going to be high again?
No, I'm not. I'm going to be straight for that, and I'm going to do the talking.
You want to get high?
No. No.
I got to check with Cappy because he was really upset last time.
What was he upset about?
That you had nothing to say.
Oh, and this time I'm definitely going to talk.
Okay.
Because I'm more familiar with the Yacht Rock scene now than I was the last time we introduced him at the Whiskey. Now I'm all in on Yacht Rock. In fact, at my party, we played Yacht Rock in all the rooms.
Your DJ at that party was great.
You know, that's DJ Fast Track. It is Chris Ward's cousin. Brother Chris's cousin.
Exactly.
Dude, the Ward family was all over your party. Like, Chris
the
Ward was there. His cousin was there.
Cousin Chris, Chris's cousin Chris. Chris did some work there that night.
Plus, Chris's other cousin stole 2 of the cars.
Hey!
It was great.
Hey!
There was one point where Chris Ward was unloading so much of his shop merch onto O'Shea. I was worried the dispensary was going to go under. I'm like, at some point, man, save some for yourself.
But here's the thing. Chris asked me beforehand. He said, do you want a cannabar? And I said, no, I don't think I can. And then he just did it anyway. And I was like, oh.
It was a hit.
I have plausible deniability.
Why couldn't you? It's a private party.
I don't know.
You're not it wasn't open to the public.
Yeah, it wasn't, and it was just us. But I was like, he did it, but I have plausible deniability.
Did you think security guard Alex was going to take everybody
security
down?
guard Alex would take the whole show down. Exactly right.
I was inspired that you had so many fans there.
Yeah,
I thought it was a nice move.
Which, who? Like Chris?
Like Chris, Crypto Ray
Crypto
was there.
Ray was
security
there.
guard Alex. He's part of.
I
He's
love
part of our
security
family.
guy Alex.
But
He's a great
I had him
guy.
in my little get together. But my point being is, it still humanized you, which was your effect to show everybody you're human, versus just being like, oh, O'Shea's here, and this other guy, and Alex Michelson, and I'm so famous.
My mom is a
Why did
massive,
you sound like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why you sounded like that.
Alex Michelson.
He's the best.
Every time she comes
It's like
into
me and
town,
that SeaWorld read. Very excited.
She comes in town every year, she and my dad, a couple months a year to get out of the St. Louis cold, and she watches a lot of local news. She's very impressed that you and Alex are good friends.
Oh, is he really?
No, she loves
Well, here's
Alex.
the thing. Alex, I think, is the best news anchor in town.
He's very good.
He digs in. He does the local politics. He does, and you know what I've seen him do now? He's on TMZ with Harvey Levin.
Yeah,
which is impressive. I would like to fill in and stand next to Harvey Levin
Shocking
for
that
one
you
of
want
them
to do
shows.
something.
Yeah, no,
Alex.
I'd be
I
in
sat
for it.
next to Alex.
Alex.
Alex. That's what I said.
Okay.
Do you think I said Alex?
Yeah, that's what I thought you
I
said.
said Alex.
Okay.
Maybe it just sounds the same.
Yeah, maybe,
I had a stroke, though,
Similar.
so I get a pass.
Okay.
Anyway, during a USC game, it was Mace, him, and I. And he was actually giving it back to Mace. Like, it was a real political conversation. Because, he's Trump's favorite L.A. reporter. So he can do almost he can play not play both sides, but interview both sides, has an opinion on both.
He plays it super down the middle.
Yeah, no, he really
Good
does.
for him.
Which
he
you
really
don't
does.
find a lot anymore where somebody is so well known as being a straight newsman.
So you're saying that Trump would not consider Alex to be fake news?
No.
Correct. Trump.
Do we have the
feels-
Shohei drop from yesterday? It's my favorite new drop. Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah. Anyway, Alex, Channel 11, watch him all the
Yeah,
time.
he's great.
Dude. Fantastic. You going to spin the wheel of questions, or
Oh, yeah, I
have
wanted to
you
hear-
forgotten
I mean,
the
you guys had
entire
to,
format of the show?
Yeah, because this show doesn't need to be shuffled at all. Anyway, 12:49. Producer
And
Brian,
that's a final.
Producer Brian Cohen, spin that wheel of questions, Jack.
That's a dumbass question.
I can't with you.
Laura, what do you got?
All right, guys. I don't believe this is a dumb bleep question. We saw Austin Reeves do the gender reveal for his brother, right? So Lakers there. But also, a few weeks ago, one of the LAFC players was asked, Ryan Hollingshead was asked to read the results for fans.
Okay.
And I wanted to know if you guys could pick one person alive, you guys always ask me that's still alive, that can read a great piece of news for you guys that, you want to reveal to the world.
Gotta still be alive.
Of course.
Okay.
Gotta still be alive. Who would it be for you, Maze, and then Andy and the rest of the crew?
Read a great piece of news. I will take Charles Barkley. I think Charles Barkley would definitely give that news a little bit of a spin.
That's a good one.
Guaranteed.
That's actually a really good pull. What about you, Andy?
I guess sort of kissing cousins to what Mace is bringing up. I'd go Kevin Harlan.
Kevin Harlan.
Kevin Harlan would be phenomenal. Well, no, that's Mike Breen.
Oh, Mike Breen. I'm sorry.
Kevin Harlan would be great.
Kevin Harlan's great, though.
Great.
What about you, Morales?
Bang is Breen,
Jim,
and
that's Breen.
Harlan is...
Yes.
Yeah.
Morales?
I would go Marv Albert. I mean,
that's good.
The yes.
Okay.
But I was a Jordan kid, so we heard the yes a lot.
Yeah, the yes is good. Brian?
First person that came to mind, I don't know if it's sports related or not, but Morgan Freeman.
Oh,
Dude.
Morgan
Let me
Freeman
get
can
Morgan.
read anything.
Yeah, come on now.
The guy's played God in like 5
Exactly.
movies now. So he's got the God role
You
locked
could go
up.
Joe Davis, maybe get a
I
little,
thought about Joe
get a
Davis
little
as my
sleepy
backup
time in.
choice.
What? Get a little nap in while he's
What are you
doing a game.
talking about?
Wow.
Joe Davis is the best.
Yeah, if you like somebody who's just even kill. We love the guy. He's a great broadcaster.
He's a great broadcaster.
Not
Are
a
you
lot of
taking
excitement.
shots at Joe?
I always do. That's my bit.
That is terrible.
But I
Joe
also
is
said
the
it to his
best.
face at your Hall of Fame thing.
You said what? What did you say to Joe?
I said, Joe, I know I give you a lot of crap on the air. And he goes, yeah, I know. I said, but you're great at what you do. You're just very steady. And then I said, good to see you.
Yeah, nobody wants steady, do they?
No. Why would we have the same show on every day?
Exactly. No, I love Joe Davis. Friend of the show, Joe Davis.
Is he a friend of the show?
He absolutely
Yes.
is. If we called him right now and said, Joe, can you come on in 15 minutes? And he had that time,
Oh,
he
I
would
don't
say
know
yes.
about all that. But...
No, if you called him right now and said, Joe, Mason and
Hello,
Ireland
friends.
need you in 15 minutes. Oh, there's Jim Nance.
Hello, friends.
How great is it
Hello,
on this
friends.
during this Masters week? I was waiting for it to fade out because on an AM processor, although not a lot of people listen, not as many people listen on AM radio as they used to.
A lot of people on the app.
A lot of people on the app, but it's crashing. The processing.
Oh, okay.
It's loud, and then
So you're saying kill the music?
probably yeah.
Okay, I'll kill him.
But you would love to be like Jim Nance, who's saying, you know what? In 2035, that's my last Masters. Like he is basically saying, 15 years from now, not quite, but more than 10. 11 years.
Exactly
Yes.
10.
Exactly 10. I wasn't good at math. I had a stroke. Anyway, 10 years from now, that's going to be my final Masters. Imagine having the juice to say that.
Yeah, it's true. I don't have that juice.
None of us have
I
that
don't even
juice.
have the deal past June 30th.
You will.
Yeah.
Hello, friends.
I'm planning.
That's a final.
I'm planning a party for it.
Are you for what?
That's what the meeting's about.
Oh, really? A
It's
party
about
for
a
the
few other things
contract
too.
signings?
I'm going to sweep a few. See, this is the classic management thing.
Yeah, right.
A couple bad things, one really good thing.
Yeah.
We'll sweep it all together.
Oh, nice. Into one big
Nice,
meeting.
but a nice package.
We were talking
It's
about
not a meeting. It's just a huddle of 3 friends.
So we were talking about. We mentioned a number of play-by-play announcers there, and on this date, Hank Aaron hit number 715.
Or as Laura once said, Aaron Hank.
Aaron Hank.
Remember that, Laura?
Yes, I do. There was a comma. I did read it backwards.
So I wanted to play
His
this.
career never really took off. I can understand.
I want to play this because it's one of my favorite of his calls. This is Vin Scully calling home run number 715 for Hank Aaron.
Aaron waiting, the outfield deep and straight away. Fastball is a high drive into deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone. What a marvelous moment for baseball. What a marvelous moment for Atlanta and the state of Georgia. What a marvelous moment for the country and the world. A black man is getting a standing ovation in the Deep South for breaking a record of an all-time baseball idol.
Seriously, what a great friggin' call that is. I mean, that puts not only does he describe the home run, he puts it into such an amazing historical context.
And that context, by the way, because you see this clip, it comes up every single year on the anniversary, and I know, obviously, that it turns out well because I know the history. But because I also know the history, I know that it was a super tense period for Hank Aaron. He was getting death threats because, like Vince Scully said, he was a black man breaking an all-time historic record of Babe Ruth, white man, Deep South, all that stuff.
Yep.
2 white men ran onto the field to congratulate Hank Aaron. Like, they were fans in the stands.
Oh, yeah.
But in that moment, knowing everything, I still tense up. Even though I know it was fine, they loved Hank Aaron, they were congratulating him, but just knowing everything, I still get tense every single time.
Yeah. Turned out okay.
It did turn out okay.
But people forget how much racism he was dealing with during this home
Hank
run
Aaron
chase.
has said this was not a fun period in his life at all.
Yeah.
Like, it was really, really stressful.
So I wanted to mention what Laura puts on our page. Laura, there's a 10-foot hot dog they're selling at Dodger Stadium
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
a huge hot dog.
Well,
that
Mamma
I had-
mia! How long a hot dog is it?
I think it was 16 inches.
16-inch hot dog.
Get in my belly!
I almost bought
Cappy
it.
and I did 22 inches, so I mean we won.
You guys didn't do it that well, though.
Would you?
Yeah, we did. What
Have
does
you-
that mean?
Well, I mean, you
I
did.
took it down like a champ. I don't know about him. But
Yeah, no, you
I
definitely
mean,
did.
you're used to it, though.
yeah, well, maybe.
You're used to it. So
Wasn't your first day.
I am so sick of and embarrassed by this weird food thing at baseball games. I don't understand. Like I came across one. It's called the Scat Dog. It includes a hot dog topped with whipped cream, sprinkles,
Why?
maraschino cherry tucked between a chocolate cake donut. Do we really need that
No.
in our life?
No.
Why are we promoting fatness
Two
at
things.
games?
I mean, there's two
Oh.
things.
It is.
As somebody who was fat
Yeah.
and was what more worrisome than the fat part was just the amount of alcohol I was consuming and all that. Now having to be on a diet that consists of low sodium.
Right.
Very few places I trust to eat out, and I used to eat out a lot. And it's just there's sodium in everything. There's a lot of chemicals in everything.
Right.
And listen, I'm still the person who will tell you need a healthy amount of sodium. I'm on a 2,500 milligram diet, which is supposed to be what normal human beings eat. I was consuming probably 5,000 milligrams, 6,000 milligrams just on a normal lifestyle diet,
Right.
going out.
Because
doing all
sodium,
that.
it's not what you sprinkle on; it's what's contained in the
a
food.
lot of times what's contained. There's so much sodium in things for flavor and taste that's just not necessary.
Although I got to be honest with you, you know what's getting a really bad rap?
What?
Ultra processed food. Now I think ultra processed food is delicious. I don't want just processed food. I want it ultra processed. It is so delicious.
When you get used
Can you
to
taste
like,
the difference between processed and ultra
if you put
processed?
a processed food and ultra processed food,
Like you could
I would definitely
blind
be able
taste
to tell
test, you could pass
I
it.
could pass it. Absolutely.
so I go to In-N-Out a lot, especially that's kind of my walking path.
Yep.
And I've lost, tons of weight, and obviously, I mean, they think my heart is almost back to normal, but they'll do a no salt added burger and fries for me.
Oh, really?
And you realize nothing against In-N-Out, but there's a lot of salt added at times when you just order regularly. And a lot of people all order no salt added that don't have my issue where they have to watch their
Right.
sodium. They just prefer the taste because it tastes more natural. It makes you less thirsty.
See, I would miss salt.
You don't miss it. I still have salt, but you
Yeah.
don't have as much salt. That's all.
Now I don't like have a salt shaker that I use, but you know what I do?
I got a
use?
salt shaker,
Pinch.
but that's something else.
No, I don't use a pinch either.
I'm
no,
a pinch
you know
guy.
what I use?
I know you are.
I use the green can of Parmesan cheese, which is essentially salt.
A lot
Yes,
of
it
salt
really
and
goes
cheese.
on
So-
every.
There's a lot of
thing.
salt in cheese in general.
Yep, it's one of the undercover sources of
It is.
salt. There's a lot of salt. in
Unless
cheese.
it's a soft cheese. A hard cheese, anything regular has got a lot of
The
sodium.
two things that are always in my house: those cans of green Parmesan cheese
Yeah.
and Ready Whip. Those two things.
Well, the Ready
You're
Whip-
halfway to that hot dog.
Yeah, you're right. I am.
But
I
the-
just don't put those ingredients together.
But the Ready Whip isn't always in the fridge.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
you
always
just go
in the
and get
fridge.
it and then take it.
Yeah, I have 5 cans of Ready Whip in the fridge right now.
You
I
gotta
want-
stay ready.
I want that drop ready for tomorrow's open.
Yeah.
He's got
Can't
5
stay
cans of Ready Whip.
I do. 5 cans of Ready Whip.
That gets you through a night.
Yeah. No, you know what it is? I
I don't think he got the joke until that moment. I don't think he got it original.
Oh no, he gets it. He just
I totally
goes
get it.
through
I just
He's trying
I-
to steer out of it.
Sometimes I just let it lay there and let it go, knowing that people are going to draw their own conclusions.
I want that for the open too.
Sure, exactly. Everything is for the open today. All right, coming up next for you,
Hello, friends.
we're going to do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. By the way, Dodgers have lost 3 out of 4 now. Yesterday, Dustin May pitched pretty well. I was a little concerned. He gave him 6 innings, but only 1 strikeout I was surprised by. And defensively, Mookie and Rojas both had errors. Great outfield assist for Tommy Edman. And Shohei Ohtani almost hit for the cycle. He was double away. So if you want to talk Dodgers, if you want to talk Lakers, should they play everybody tonight? Or should they sit everybody tonight? Sounds like they're leaning towards the latter there. 877-710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
What's on tap today on 710 ESPN? Lakers are back on the court in Oklahoma City tonight. Coverage begins at 3:30 p.m. right after this show. Tip off at 5 p.m. Hear it for your afternoon drive on 710 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories and a zero alcohol one, too, by the way. Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Please enjoy responsibly. Sports Graffiti, Mason Ireland next on 710.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greeny.
When you get to the hotel room, say you go for three days or a week, you guys put your clothes in the
second I come through the door. And Susan thinks I'm a lunatic.
In the drawer?
In the drawer. Hang everything in the closet. Put everything in the drawers. Put the suitcase underneath the little thing inside the hotel.
Move in.
I move in.
I do that now. I used to not do that. I do that now.
Even if I'm there for one night, I move in.
Okay, I'll hang stuff up, but I'm leaving it in the bag. I'm not going to move in.
I not only do I do it, I like it.
Do you separate your socks?
Yes.
You have a sock drawer at a hotel?
Yes.
Sock drawer?
Socks and undies at the top.
Oh, my God.
T-shirts in the second. Shorts in the third. And then everything else hangs.
Makes you feel better. Hey,
I know where my stuff is.
Whatever works, it works. Yes.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
50 years at full speed. It's going to be an epic celebration at the 50th anniversary Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach this weekend. It starts with the always exciting lineup. Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, Robbie Gordon's high-flying trucks, and drifting, along with the first ever historic Formula Exhibition event featuring all 3 eras of racing at the Grand Prix, Formula 5000, Formula 1, and Indy cars, all on track at the same time. A very special sight and sound for everyone to experience. Plus the huge Lifestyle Expo, Family Fun Zone, Mother's Exotic Car Paddock, and 2 exciting concerts. DJ duo Dubs on Friday night, presented by Acura, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band Foreigner on Saturday night, presented by Cuervo Tequila. Fun for the whole family. This weekend, April 11th through the 13th. Ticket information at gplb.com. Come and join the celebration.
All right, listen up. Whether you're out for a walk, hitting the gym, or just tackling your day, in this LA heat, chafing is no joke. Take my word for it. That's why you need Highlands Chafing Relief. This stuff is a game changer. Goes on like a cream, dries like a powder, and stays put even through sweat and water. No greasy mess.
This commercial is hilarious. The chafing.
Highlands soothes it fast with aloe, shea butter, and tea tree oil. Don't let chafing slow you down. Grab Highlands Chafing Relief at Walmart or Target right now.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers Rights, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Man, a lit Campbell back in the day. That was the
back in the day.
103, 3 minutes after 1 o'clock on the Mason and Ireland program on 710 ESPN. Andy sitting in for John. John's going to join us in a little bit. But first, it is time on this Live Imaging Tuesday to do a little sports graffiti. Hit the theme song, and let's hear what the people have to say at 877-710-ESPN. Go ahead, man.
It's on you, people. 877-710-ESPN. Got a line open there. Let's start on line 2. My buttons don't work here, so let's start with
his buttons have
my
gone
buttons
soft.
are on the fritz. Let's go to David. David, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, David.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right. Just want to touch on something you and Bergman were talking about yesterday.
Okay.
You got to check out that Dodger documentary on Apple Plus. I know you don't like docs, but this one really puts you behind the scene, and you relive everything, especially that Game 1. So I definitely recommend it to any Dodger fan out there. You should check it out, mate.
I am sold on it. I am absolutely going to watch that. Chris, have you watched it yet?
I have not watched it yet.
Andy,
I
no?
have not watched it. I just recently learned that I have Apple TV.
Oh, really?
I didn't realize that I had
Brian,
it.
have you watched
Like
it?
you're paying
First
for episode, and I cried.
It's part of a
Wait
subscription
a minute. You
service,
watched,
a larger one.
Brian, you watched the first episode.
First episode, and I cried.
That was the Freddie
You
Freeman
cried?
episode,
Yeah,
right?
Freeman one, yeah.
Oh.
And I
It's
still knew it was
awesome.
going to happen, too, but it's so well done.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I
Okay.
said you literally are hanging by everything that's happening, even though you already know what happened.
Aaron Judge still drops the ball, right?
Yeah, he does.
I haven't got to that part
Okay,
yet.
good.
But,
Fine,
We think
spoiler
he did.
alert.
Watch out.
Let's
Why
go
are
to
you spoiling stuff?
Let's go to line 3. Mike, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Mike.
Hello, gentlemen. I am the editor of Shooting Stars at Sky, an anthology of sports poetry that just got published last week.
Wow.
And it's got an incredible array of poetry about sports by some incredible poets and people, including Tom Meschery, who was in the NBA. He wrote a poem about he was on Wilt's team when Wilt scored 100 points against the Knicks. And he wrote a poem about that. And I wrote a poem about Wilt. I was on a farm in Indiana shooting baskets, and Wilt was my hero.
Wow.
We have poems about Double Dutch, there's a poem called Murder Ball by a poet named Carlos Ornelas, who grew up in East L.A., and Murder Ball is a kind of a beatdown gang initiation.
Right. Okay,
played
do
with
me a favor.
tennis
Do me a
ball.
favor, Mike. Tell me the name of the book and your full name as the author.
Okay, I'm the editor. My name is Mike Bonifer. And the book is Shooting Stars at Sky, The Poetry of Play. And people can order it. It's published by an L.A., Austin, Texas-based publisher, Mama's Kitchen Press. So
Okay.
MamasKitchenPress.com.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
Congratulations on the book, Mike. Appreciate it.
That was good getting us out of that.
Yeah.
You had to get us. You had to segue out.
I know. I love a good poem.
Is that another
Violets
Ireland?
are blue.
Is that another Ireland
Roses
bash?
are red.
No. What does that have to do with Ireland? Let's go to Dan. Dan, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Dan. Hey, Dan. No, Dan's out. I'm not waiting around. Let's go to CJ. CJ, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, CJ.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's up, y'all? So, obviously, the big news of the day is the Denver Nuggets firing Mike Malone and the GM Calvin Booth. But funny fact, I don't know if you guys have seen, well, obviously, you've seen Calvin Booth. The guy literally looks like you copy and pasted Nicolas Cage's face and pasted him on Mike Brown.
It is the funniest thing.
I retweeted this tweet at Cam Brothers, so if you want to check it out, go to my Twitter timeline.
It does look like Nicolas Cage's face on...
It's like the equivalent of when people think they see a famous person's face on a tortilla.
Right.
Like, just picture Mike Brown's
Have you seen this,
head as
Chris?
the tortilla.
Oh, you got to look at this. It's the
it
funniest
is
damn thing. He
identical.
does look like Nicolas Cage.
I'm waiting.
He's like the black Nicolas Cage. Let's go to, well, you look that up. 877-710-ESPN. Got a line open. Let's go to Hooper's X. Our friend Hooper's X. You're on 710.
That does.
Good afternoon, Hooper's X.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to say hello to Morales and welcome back. It's
Thank you.
a good thing to have you back.
Thank you, Hooper's X. Much love. brother.
I can't appreciate you enough.
Thank you.
All right, that's very nice.
Mace, are you upset that people love me?
No, I love you.
Because Cappy said that
Using
you were,
air quotes,
you were one of the
but-
people that were like, he may never come back.
Well, who knew if you were coming back?
That's what Cappy
it
said.
got really bad there.
Cappy's giving me a list of names.
Of who? People who...
Cappy's gone deep throat on this one. He's reporting.
He's reporting that there are people here that didn't want you back? I mean, I was like, let's get Chris back.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm pro Morales.
I mean, Cappy, Sedano, they came to my home.
Oh, I texted you all the time.
Just saying.
on a regular
I mean,
basis.
Travis was in my
we
home.
were told, not to overwhelm you with guests, that, you were very weak at one
I
point.
don't know. I'm just telling you.
Look, I can show you the emails. I mean, I can show you our instructions.
Yeah, I mean, I called on a Sunday night to your lovely girlfriend's staff, and I said, hey, I want to come in to see Chris. And she said, no, he's having seizures.
Well,
you remember that night?
Obviously I don't. I was in a coma at that point.
Yeah, that's right. See, but that was the night I was going to go visit.
We did try.
1:09 p.m. by the way.
Yeah, 1:09 p.m. Let's get one more in here. Let's go to Harold. Harold, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Harold?
Mason, I know you're a Dodger honk, and you know how I feel about this. I thought the Dodgers should never have gone to the White House, and bending at the knee for Donald Trump really pissed me off, and I know a lot of my other friends who feel the same way, Mace.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, it's a polarized world.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, it's a
just rolls off his tongue. He's said it many times over the years.
It's a very polarized world. I think.
You know how you get out of the polarization?
What?
If you go and you're visiting the president, it's not about the man; it's about the White House.
I
And that's
completely
it. You
agree.
won a championship. That's part of the tradition.
Yep, I am with you 100%. You go to the White House no matter who the guy is.
Shohei Ohtani.
Especially if he's got to say that.
Ohtani. We get
Big for the drop
One
business.
more in here. Let's get Cam in. Cam, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Cam.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I just wanted to say I just pulled up and had the no salt patty, and it was bomb.
Oh, there we go, sir.
There you go.
There you go.
The no salt patty
At In-N-Out.
The blood pressure and all that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Try the no salt fries next time too at In-N-Out Burger. It's beautiful.
God, what are fries without salt?
They're amazing. Actually,
I am not a big In-N-Out Burger fries fan. I don't like the
well,
fries.
you just
at
screwed up the
In-N-Out
air
Burger.
check we were about to send him. But
Oh,
thanks.
really?
Yeah,
No.
I mean,
Sorry.
We'll edit that part out.
You say true stuff, and
He didn't know
I
what
didn't.
a
I didn't
Flying
know you were
Dutchman
doing
was.
an air check.
Actually, Mace knew what a Flying Dutchman was, but it meant something else in that world.
Yeah, sure it did. Sure it did. So, ladies and gentlemen,
hello, friends.
Coming up next for you.
You ever had a Flying Dutchman, Andy?
I have never had a Flying Dutchman. I just recently learned what the Flying Dutchman was.
It's amazing.
I
I'm sure.
got to be honest. I got no friggin' idea what a Flying Dutchman is.
It's
So
just
this
meat and
conversation-
cheese.
We learned about this last week with
Did you put
Ireland,
it on
actually.
lettuce?
No.
No, you
Oh,
just
it was
by
with
itself.
Ireland.
And then a few years ago, Greg and I did a few videos when we were at Rams training camp. There was the big craze was to get it with grilled onions around. So it was an onion
nice.
with the Flying
So
Dutchman.
good.
Yeah.
See, I can always eat. I don't need the bun when I'm eating a hamburger.
Well, then
You
you,
go
would
protein
you
style?
would enjoy
Yeah, protein
You
style.
would enjoy the Flying Dutchman then.
Yeah,
it's
that
just
would
meat
be
and
my-
cheese.
that would
but
be
if you
my
want all
jam.
the other accoutrement, the lettuce, the tomato, just go protein style.
Okay,
Do you go
protein
spread
style.
or no spread?
I would want the spread.
Some people do mustard instead of the spread.
I would do spread.
Spread's
I would
delicious.
do grilled onions.
But try the fries, no salt added. Just say no salt.
I don't like them with salt. Why would I like them without?
Because
salt
without,
is delicious.
So can I explain to you? Because I
Yes,
was never a
please.
huge fries person
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
When they make them no salt added, they separate it and put it in a different basket.
Okay.
And they make them well done by nature.
Oh,
and
so they're well done.
They taste
The
amazing.
oil, in all honesty, is going to affect the taste more than the salt.
Yes.
I think in terms of what it really tastes like, as
Yeah.
opposed to just tasting like salt.
See, I am big on oil, salt, sugar.
No, you think you are.
Bacon.
You think you are.
Bacon.
You think you are.
Isn't that one of the four major
food groups? Bacon.
Bacon is very good for you on its. If you're not drinking as much as
Sugar,
I was, you're fine.
Salt.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Bacon's great for you.
What
It's
other
got
flavors?
Bacon's got more potassium than avocado and bananas.
You know, it's funny. So Andy said, "Is there anything I need to know for today's show?" And I said, "Yeah, the periodic table." Andy starts going through the periodic table, and
there is a lot in there.
I am clueless on what those things
It
are.
would be a great game of games, just periodic table. Some of these are so hard. Like you will not in a million years
like
get
what's
some of
the
these.
what in the periodic table? What's gold?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the periodic table. in
AU.
30 years.
AU is gold.
I know sodium chloride is NaCl. I know potassium isn't K something.
It is K.
Just K,
Potassium.
right?
Just K.
Just K, yeah.
I don't know.
AG is silver. AU is gold.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
What about AEG? That's a whole other thing.
AEG is we pay rent.
Michael
to.
Rothman.
We're paying
Michael
rent.
Roth.
Yeah, exactly. All right, coming up next for you, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Luke Robitaille. We will up next for you. In the meantime, did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They are transforming lives with job training and career placement and support services for veterans, for youth, and for individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. So the next time you donate or shop, you're not just decluttering, you're empowering someone's future. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. This message brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Two of the biggest titans in all of CONCACAF, Los Angeles Football Club, Inter Miami CF, battle it out for one spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal.
Shot from 22 and in! Ordaz has scored! It's a golazo!
Last week, leg one was a thrill at BMO Stadium. Leg two in Miami will not disappoint. LAFC versus Inter Miami.
What's it going to take them out over there in leg two? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Pre-game starts tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no agents, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Baker Street.
There's your Baker Street.
There it is.
Quarter after 1 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday on Mason and Ireland. Andy sitting in for John. You know, we're broadcasting from SeaWorld next week.
Yeah, how about that? That's very cool.
Cappy and I are going to go play with the orca.
Nice. I would not play with the orca.
No?
Maybe waddle with the penguins.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Penguins.
Tune in Saturday or Monday.
Go, Kings, go!
May 14th. As they broadcast, we'll get to Luke. The Luke Robitaille show begins in a moment.
I'm so anxious to get to Luke.
SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing. We can't wait for that. Just like we can't wait for the Luke Robitaille show on your home of LA Kings playoff hockey, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app, Mace.
Excellent. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
Go, Kings, go!
He loves this every single week. Luke Robitaille joins us. What?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Everything is good. Andy's in for Ireland today. I don't know if you noticed this, but seems like either one of us is in or the other of us is in, but we're never in at the same time. It's like a line change over here, Luke.
It's not a bad setup you guys set up, huh? You got like a show that has a name, but then most of the time you're not there. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not. It's it's up in lights, man. Yeah, exactly. So you guys made the playoffs, huh?
Yeah, we're in. We're in, guys. We're in. Now we're battling for home ice.
Yeah, now you're trailing you're trailing Vegas, right? For a shot to have home ice?
No, we're actually the way it works is number 1 and number 2 in our division gets home ice. So right now we're number 2, so we're 4 points ahead of Edmonton, and I think we're 5 points behind Vegas. So, either Vegas lose a couple games or we just win a couple games, we should be all set, at least for second place. But we're still going to give it a shot at first place.
There are some sports where people think home court, home ice, home field, however you want to put it, matters a lot, and others where it doesn't matter at all. How much do you think home ice matters in the hockey for playoffs?
Well, when you get it, you say it matters. When you don't get it, you say it doesn't matter. So that's the number one rule, that's for sure, guy. But I think you really never know the way it goes, but it seems like this year in our league, for the first time, it seemed like a lot of really good teams have had really good home ice records. So is it going to make a difference in the playoffs? Like, who knows? But there's one thing that we all know. You'd rather play a Game 7 at home than playing on the road.
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
That's the way to look at it, too.
So when you're watching a game, I'm wondering, I'll tell you a story. So a few years back, I went to an NBA playoff game with Daryl Morey, who was the general manager of the Houston Rockets. And we sat down to the game, and he immediately stood up and started walking around the building, pacing the building, nervous as hell about the game. Do you ever get like that with the Kings? Do you ever get to the point where you're so nervous, like in the playoffs, where you actually can't even watch?
No, but I do know a bunch of people that they can't watch the game. That's actually true. But you do get nervous in the playoffs because, like, someone asked me that yesterday. During the season, we always watch the game, like, thinking, okay, what can we do to improve tomorrow and so forth? Because it's 82 games, and, there's things you could do. But once you get in the playoffs, every game is kind of do or die. Obviously, you might watch the first couple of games, say, okay, we can adjust this and that. But by the time you get to Game 3 and Game 4, whether the series is 2-2 or 3-1, there's no more time. So that makes you a little bit more nervous, those situations, absolutely.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but last season was Jim Hiller's first experience in the playoffs, period, ever coaching in it. How much do you think it's going to help the team and him just having had that experience going into this year's playoffs?
Yeah, I think there'll be that's always a help, to get a little bit of experience. He's been around a long time with other coaches, so he kind of knew what was expected and so forth. But coming in, the odds are we're going to play the same team as last year, so he's going to be ready. I think they've been talking about it for a long time. Like, both teams have been talking about it for a long time, so we'll be ready. It's just about being able to adjust on the fly. That's probably more important. The one thing for us to go back at home ice advantage that makes a difference in hockey is you control the changes when you're at home. So you get the last change always. So if you want to have certain matchups to either check a guy or to beat a team defensively when they got their weaker guys on the ice, you control that when you're at home, and that does make a big difference.
So over the years, Luke, a lot of famous sports people have come on the show, and they have said things that we wind up playing back all the time, like Sean McVay.
No, not really.
Or Dave Roberts. Am I reading that right? Or Les Snead?
Mason is wrong.
Mason is wrong, says Les Snead. How do you feel about us using your on a regular basis on the show?
I'm fine with it because it was a real feeling.
How much does it continue to reflect your feelings about coming on every week with Mason and Ireland?
Just keep playing it.
Yeah, every time Laura asks a question for the Wheel of Questions, we play that, and she, of course, gets a little discouraged. But
I'm honored.
I would like another version of that for different situations. Like, this is Luke with disgust. Now, I would like to have a Luke surprised. So, in other words, how would you, if you were surprised and you were going to sigh, what would that sound like?
Okay, let me think about it. Okay. If I was surprised and I was going to sigh, because not part of my world. I'm a terrible actor, so let me think of it. I'd be like, huh?
Okay, that's good.
I like that.
Pull that. That's excellent. That's excellent, Luke.
For somebody with no training, Luke, you're quite good.
By the way, I'm obviously the serious guy asking serious questions here on the show.
Yeah.
So Luke, I would like to be at a playoff game this year for the NHL. When do the playoffs actually start? When would the Kings' first game be in the playoffs?
It looks like we will start on April 20th. Nothing is confirmed yet, but it's because our last game is on the 17th at home. So you always need a couple days. So it sounds like we would probably start on the 20th. So hopefully it's at home. It is Easter Sunday.
It is Easter Sunday, yeah.
So, so we think it'll be probably later in the day, and then we would either have the second game either on the Tuesday or Wednesday.
So, 420 also is a special day for me.
What is it?
Oh, Luke. Come on, Luke. You know what 420 is?
Huh?
420? You don't know Wait a minute. You don't know 420 refers to cannabis?
I was playing hockey.
You didn't have time for that?
No, I don't know. That's how dumb I am about this stuff.
Yeah, you were the first person.
It is?
Yeah, it's about 420. I don't know why it's 420, but 420 is officially a thing. It's weird that it lands on the first day of the NHL playoffs because that means I could be feeling good on that day, Luke.
This could be a really good day for you, my friend.
Absolutely. A Kings win at Crypto and sky high, man.
According to AI Overview, the slang term 420 for cannabis originated from a group of San Rafael high school students in the early 70s who would meet at 4:20 p.m. to smoke marijuana.
There you go.
Ah. There you go.
Yeah, we should have
learned
that.
Something today, guys.
You
Thank
learned
you.
Exactly. We're here to teach.
So it doesn't mean on 420 you just get fully loaded. You know what I mean?
I believe that
every day a little bit.
Yeah,
yes, 420 every day.
I practice both 420 every day and 420. So I will have a great time during Game 1 of the NHL playoffs, Luke. Hey, Luke, awesome to get you on for some serious hockey talk, as always, man.
Always, guys. Great.
Oh, hang on a
to
second.
you.
Oh, hang on. We've got your surprised sigh.
Huh?
Oh, there you go. Huh? It's a little bit like Scooby-Doo.
It is very Scooby-Doo.
It's like Scooby-Doo after some 420.
It is. Hey, Luke, we'll talk to you next week. Have a great week, man.
All right, thanks, guys. Okay, have a good week.
Okay, there's Luke Robitaille on the Luke Robitaille Show. We try to get all the hard-hitting questions in.
First of all, I think you and I exhausted all of the hard-hitting hockey we could even think of.
Correct, it's true.
We emptied the clip.
Playoffs,
Home
coaching
ice.
second time around,
Home
ice.
That's the end of it.
And then, can you sigh?
Huh?
Oh, hang on. You got to play the Luke.
Huh?
Huh?
He is the best.
Huh?
He rolls with everything.
He really does.
He is the
We never asked him about Ovechkin. What is wrong with us? Call him back. We never asked about Ovechkin breaking the record. Call Luke back.
Huh?
Two big hockey guys right here.
Yeah. How did I miss that? So my buddy Jeff, who works over at SNL, said, I'm taking my daughter to her first hockey game. It's an Islanders game next week against Washington, and we're hoping. And sure enough, Jeff and his 2-year-old daughter, Mia, got to experience the Ovechkin record-breaking goal. Now, she won't remember it.
No.
But there are pictures to remember the moment by.
We talked about home ice with Luke. Hockey is so good in person.
So good.
It's one of those sports that I think truly does not translate to TV. I'm not a massive hockey guy, as you could tell from my really smart line of questioning.
No, it was good. It was good. You practiced those.
I really did.
Yeah.
I really gave it deep thought, a lot of research.
Mm-hmm.
I learned today Jim Miller's or Jim Hiller.
Jim Miller.
But I will say this. I've been to a lot of hockey games over the years. It's so much fun live. Like, hockey is a great live experience.
I'm definitely going to playoff games. I'm definitely going to play. And by the way, and the Lakers playoffs will start on a week from Saturday, a week from Sunday, maybe?
Huh?
What? Sometime next week. Yeah, sometime next week.
Huh?
Feels like something I should know as the host of the Locked On Lakers podcast.
So the many colors of Luke Robitaille.
Huh?
There you go.
Confirming.
Next week we'll get another one.
Confirming it's Jim Hiller who's the coach.
Jim Hiller, correct. Yes. All right, there you have that, the Luke Robitaille Show. It's Live Imaging Tuesday. There's so much going on right now. Do I have a read here? Is that correct, Laura, or no? No reads?
No read.
Okay, thank you. Very professional. Very professional.
You're going to regret this.
Yeah. No reads?
Huh?
All right. Coming up next for you. Oh, this is so good. Charles Barkley on how he feels about the NBA playoffs.
Oh, this ought to be good.
It is good. That's coming up next. Mason in Ireland. Andy's in for John, 710 ESPN.
And don't forget to listen to Travis and DeMarco all week long for your chance to watch a Saturday night's LAFC match at BMO Stadium inside the 710 suite. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. The winner picks up a 4-pack. 4-pack. So that's 4 people of a suite passes. Listen all week to Travis and DeMarco for your chance to win only on 710.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Hey, basketball fans. John Ireland here. You've seen Austin Reeves rise to the occasion, and now he's bringing that same drive to his latest signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Built for speed, support, and all-day comfort, these kicks are made for players who never back down. Austin was involved in every step, making sure the AR2s match his game. Tough, versatile, and ready for anything. Go to Rigorer.com, Rigorer, and get your pair today. Rigorer.com.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
This PGA Tour moment is brought to you by True Green.
Leading by one stroke in the final round of the 1958 Masters, Arnold Palmer plugged his tee shot on the par 3 12th. Palmer felt he should get relief, but the rules official told him to play it. He did and made a 5. He also played another ball and made a 3, and would let the committee determine which score would count. When he reached the 15th, he was told his 3 would count. A critical decision as he won by one stroke.
True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a '62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really good guitar solo.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
Oh my, am I really on Mason and Ireland show?
Yes.
This is a great moment. Hey.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, you got a little breaking news. Andy, what do you got?
Per Dave McMenamin, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, all upgraded to probable in Oklahoma City for tonight's game against Giants.
Right
It
there.
was me, but I'll.
That was Laura. It was also me. It was
We
simultaneous.
both.
It
We
was in
didn't even
stereo.
plan this.
Yeah, it was in stereo.
We did not plan that.
Huh? This is not what we were expecting tonight.
No.
When you see all those guys questionable and Rudy out, you're like, they're gonna let this one slide, and they're gonna focus on Dallas tomorrow and get those 2 wins another way. Now everybody is playing tonight.
Yeah, they are clearly trying to, I think, go after those 2 wins as quick as possible, take no chances in banking them. I think they would maybe want another opportunity to show OKC we can beat you at full strength.
Yes.
Maybe they were playing a little possum, trying to mess with Mark Daigneault.
Sure.
Like mess with their plans, get them a little bit off kilter. But I like the idea of this late in the season when they've been playing well, trying to maintain that 3 seed, keep your foot on the gas. I like this.
I do not. Don't like it. I think tonight, first night of a back-to-back, I'm focused on Dallas. I think it's really a heavy lift to beat OKC twice in a row. I don't think they're going to shoot 55% from 3. I don't think that's going to happen. Defensively, I mean, they certainly can duplicate that performance. But ultimately, I feel like this is a night when you could be setting up a big night in Dallas with a bunch of guys off. You need 2 wins of the next 4. Why is tonight going to be the focus of that quest?
Because if you win tonight, you get one of those wins. I also wouldn't just assume that just because you rest everybody for Dallas, you're going to beat a Dallas team that has just as much to play for and will be on 3 days rest, I believe. Like, they're going to be super well rested anyway. They need this game in a lot of ways more than the Lakers do, and they're going to be just as emotionally charged as the Lakers will with Luka returning to Dallas. And I think you can start getting into dangerous territory if you say, we're going to punt tonight and just count on the win tomorrow. You can't count on that win. You can't guarantee it's going to happen.
Want to hear a weird nugget here? So, as of 3 hours ago, the line for the OKC Lakers game, OKC minus 15.5. Could you have caught that number? If you're a gambler, could you have caught that number? Because now, that I assume that line includes no LeBron, no Luka, no anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Minus 15.5. If you caught that minus 15.5, you are in great shape tonight.
Early bird gets the worm.
Exactly. Somebody opened the spread today and said,
That's when it pays to be a sicko gambler right
exactly right. You know what? I would like to become a sicko gambler. I'm not really there yet.
I've had my flirtations
Have
with
you?
sicko gambling.
Really?
I used to gamble a decent amount. I had to be careful. Like, my grand uncle had a serious gambling
Did he
problem.
really?
Like, he was actually one of those guys who worked for a while in Vegas. Like, he would have the handcuffed briefcase.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he was pretty high up in a casino.
Wow.
And then
He was a whale.
Then it turned out that he was actually using some of the casino funds without permission.
Oh,
and he went on the run for a little bit.
Your uncle was on the run?
My granduncle was on the run.
Your
for a little bit.
grand-uncle
I believe he was on the run.
was on the run. Being pursued by, like, the Andy Garcia character from Ocean's 11. Was he chasing him?
It is my
As the
understanding.
casino president was after him?
It is my understanding that there were some very unhappy folks looking for my uncle.
Yeah.
And then I think he eventually paid stuff off and then still lived in Vegas, though.
So I was going to do some other stuff, and instead I'll do this. So
are we going to talk about Madge?
No, I'm not going to talk about Madge. I've done that story too many times.
Madge
Done
stories,
that. My Aunt Madge was the best. But no, my Aunt Kay. I guess she would be my great Aunt Kay. Her job was as a shill. Do you know what a shill is?
No. I mean, a shill in the sense of you talk positively about whatever. Like John Ireland is a shill for the Lakers.
No. She worked Atlantic City.
Oh.
Okay. And they gave her a whole bunch of money, whole bunch of coinage, and told her you have to go and play the slots all day long. Any winnings go back to the casino. But the idea was, can you make the casino look full and active? So they had a bunch of shills going in.
You know what?
And playing the slot machine.
She's essentially the equivalent of like a seat filler at the Oscars.
Yes.
But gambling.
But gambling-wise, yeah. So she's there gambling to make it look like it's real active, and I want to go play next to that lady.
I had no idea that existed.
Yeah, I don't know if it still exists. It did not exist at the Fontainebleau when I was there, because the Fontainebleau was very quiet. The Fontainebleau is very quiet. It's got this reputation of being a big, fancy hotel, and it's very nice. But it was kind of empty.
The last time I was at HPC, I was filling in for Kirk.
Yep.
Doing Rams pre and post with Travis.
Yeah.
I didn't stay to play cards, but I thought about it long and hard.
I'll tell you, I love a good game.
I have not played at a casino in a long time. Like, not this coming weekend, but I think the following weekend, my daughter and my wife are going to be out of town. My daughter has a volleyball tournament in Reno. I think I'm going to go to a card table.
Really?
I think I've just decided I am going to go to a card table.
You know what I think of when I think of Reno?
Telly Savalas?
Kingpin.
Okay.
That's
yes.
Versus Adam Sandler happened.
Bill Murray versus Woody Harrelson.
Oh, Woody Harrelson.
Woody
Sorry
Harrelson.
about that. Yeah, Woody Harrelson.
Okay, I was thinking back in the day, you're old enough to remember this because I'm old enough.
Yep.
Telly Savalas used to do those commercials. Kojak, the actor who played Kojak.
Right.
He did these commercials for like Reno, Las Vegas, Atlantic City. It was the Players Club card. And it was essentially like a credit card for gamblers.
Right.
And I think they would extend you extra credit as a gambler. But it was like Atlantic City, Reno, Vegas, maybe the Bahamas, like Nassau, something like that.
What I remember about that movie was on a sign in Reno, it said, "World's biggest loaded baked potato bar."
That sounds good.
Which honestly doesn't
great.
sound bad, does it?
Similar to, I have not been to a card table in a while, and I've decided during this weekend I'm going to go. I have not had a proper loaded baked potato in a long time.
Tell you what, loaded baked potatoes are very good. Especially, Laura?
I wanted one so bad at Dodger Stadium, and they sold
loaded baked potato?
They had like
why would you eat a loaded baked potato at a baseball game?
We already talked about this. It looked really good. It smelled
ridiculous.
Really good. Parker, didn't it look good?
I'm sure it looked good, but you're at a baseball game. Eat a hot dog, have some nachos.
I had a hot dog.
Drink your michelada, and that's it.
I had like a few drinks. I'm not going to say how many,
but I don't understand the crazy food at ball games. Like Ireland would say, there's no food at SoFi. There's a hot dog. There's some nachos. That's really all I need at a game.
Do you consider it bougie to get a loaded baked potato at a
Dodger
game?
I just consider it weird. Like, who eats a baked potato at a Dodger game? I see people come back from this concession stand with like a helmet filled with chips and guac and meat, and I'm like, what? Who does that at a baseball game?
I think it's a combination of two things. First of all, over the last 10 years, food culture has really taken off. Like, foodie culture is a thing.
I agree.
But also, it's Instagram. It's everybody.
Oh, you're saying people want to take a picture with their loaded baked potato? Sign me up for that. I'm going to follow you for that.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many follows you are missing out on now because you're not posting your loaded
pictures
baked potato.
of loaded baked potatoes.
Yes, I guarantee that would that and pictures of your dogs.
Yeah,
that would get you more followers.
Yeah, a loaded baked potato and my dogs I can probably do. Oh, you know what I just did? I just went on TikTok for the first time in a long time.
Did you?
Yeah, I made a post.
Did you?
I made a post, yeah.
Do you follow me on TikTok? You don't follow me on Instagram.
Think so. I only have like 600. I don't follow you on Instagram?
No, you don't.
I tag you on everything, don't I?
No, you don't.
Oh, I don't.
I have not.
I tagged your boyfriend on it.
Yeah, exactly.
The boo?
Yeah,
Boo.
he found
At
my
Boo,
boyfriend's.
by the way, at BOO.
That's where you follow him.
Is your
That is
boyfriend's
not his
Instagram
follow.
handle.
It's not his Instagram.
No, it's a ghost,
But
actually.
we just thought it was hilarious that he looked for it.
I have not posted on my Instagram account since 2014.
See, I decided when I went on vacation this last week, because it was a pretty good odyssey. I thought, okay, I'm gonna take pictures as I go along. So I had pictures from New York and Saturday Night Live and going to Broadway shows and going to the Eagles and all that stuff. And I don't normally do Instagram stories, but I decided to do Instagram stories, and a lot of people have said, yeah, I follow
The only
that trip.
reason I even have Instagram at this point, other than like if an athlete posts something on Instagram and I need to see it, I want to be able to access it, is to follow my daughter on Instagram. Like right now.
How old is your daughter?
She just turned 14.
And is Instagram okay at 14?
It is in our house.
Huh?
I was not going to have the argument of telling
So wait,
her no.
is it your decision or is it Anna's decision?
It is. I mean, it's technically both of our decision.
But
in reality,
really, it's Anna's.
No, I was going to say really, it was Lily's.
Oh, it was.
Well, you don't want her to have a Finsta. You know what I mean? So there's that.
What's a Finsta?
A fake Instagram.
Oh.
Where like she might have one where you don't know about
No,
it.
I don't think she has like a fake account that we're not privy to, but like she's in Japan right now.
Oh, she is?
She went on a school trip to Japan.
Oh, wow.
So I have been following what she's been doing through her Instagram.
Oh, that's
story.
actually very cool.
Oh, it's awesome. Like
Yeah.
she's having a great, I'm so jealous. Like it's one of my bucket list places.
Where is she, like Tokyo?
She landed in Osaka,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think they're going to Tokyo and somewhere else. Like she sent a picture of the cherry blossoms.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, 14 years old going to Japan is crazy to me. I mean, I did not get on an airplane till I was 18 years old. I was never on an airplane. We never
Really?
went anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't. We
went to Mexico. So
we were
that's-
not taking glamorous trips to here, there, and the other.
No.
We were throwing everything in the station wagon and going to Escoda, Michigan to sit on Lake Huron. That's what we were doing.
Well, that's my mom would never.
Did you Instagram live it? How are those stories?
Today, Escoda would play very big.
You never know. It might.
You know, my brother is a fisherman. Speaking of Escoda, he's a big fisherman. He puts up pictures of him catching fish, like has the
That
fish.
hits.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, it pisses people off.
Oh.
Oh, no, people are like, I can't believe you did that to that fish. I'm like, he's a fisherman.
I mean, does he catch and release? Does he eat the
No,
fish?
he eats the fish, yeah.
I mean, people go to seafood places.
Right, correct. Yeah, I mean, I
time.
don't know why people make a big. He also put up a picture of after he shot a deer. Now, is that bad? He eats the deer.
It's a little more. I mean,
It's a little.
it
They
feels
do eat.
more.
They do eat deer meat all winter long.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if he is eating the deer meat, it's no different than somebody's hamburger. Like that started out as a cow. Somebody does the dirty work for you, so you don't actually have to see it happen. Like you don't want to be the guy that does the hands-on work killing that cow, but you know that cow was killed for your burger, for your steak.
Right. What about I have a friend who took down a rhino. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I was like, wow, Mace, what kind of friends you have?
Totally kidding.
Is he selling the horn on the black market?
Killing the chickens, man. I saw somebody like killing the chickens so they could cook it and stuff when we're in Mexico. That was traumatizing.
Yeah, that would be. That would be. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some What's Up, Fool. Then Ireland is going to join us at some point today, and Deacon Fry from the Eagles is going to be on too. In the meantime, I love my Hyundai. I love working with the Southern California Hyundai dealers. Had dinner with them a couple of weeks ago at Steak 48. Beautiful meal. I was introduced to the ribeye cap, which is my favorite new cut of steak. And Aaron over there is the one that told me about it. And I'm telling you, the Hyundais, I drive an Elantra, absolutely love my car. It's a hybrid, get crazy gas mileage, drives perfectly. With next-level tech and safety features, Hyundai cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include our available class exclusive digital key and available remote smart parking assist. And because they want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, you also get complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles, plus 10 years of America's best warranty. And a brand new Hyundai, there is joy in every journey. Do like I did. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Two of the biggest titans in all of CONCACAF. Los Angeles Football Club, Inter Miami CF. Battle it out for one spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal.
Shot from 22 and in! Ordaz has scored! It's a golazo!
Last week, Leg 1 was a thrill at BMO Stadium. Leg 2 in Miami will not disappoint. LAFC versus Inter Miami.
What's it going to take them out over there in Leg 2?
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Pre-game starts tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th. 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Laker fans, game day just got better. Meet your new go-to snack, BB Go, the official game day snack of the Lakers. When it's time to cheer your team on, fuel up with something delicious. With BB Go, you get mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes. Whether you're hosting a watch party or relaxing solo, BB Go makes it easy to enjoy authentic, bold flavors without any effort. Keep your freezer stocked with BB Go's delicious range, like their mandu, the largest, juiciest dumplings you'll find anywhere. Full of savory fillings and crispy on the outside, they're perfect for game time. And remember, BB Go just isn't about great snacks. It's about a whole new level of flavor. It's minimum effort, maximum taste, every time. Find BB Go in the freezer aisle of all major grocery stores. Grab your BB Go, get ready for the game, and make every day delicious. BB Go, making the whole world more delicious, one bite at a time.
This PGA Tour moment is brought to you by True Green.
After eagling 15 in a final round of the 1986 Masters, Jack Nicklaus realized he could win for the first time. He sat at 16 with a 5-iron in hand and 175 yards to the hole. With a ball in flight, his son caddying for him said, "Be right." Jack responded, "It is," and it landed 3 feet from the hole. Jack made birdie and went on to win his 6th and final Masters.
True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
And it is Mason and Ireland, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Like, that's the problem in the world, is there aren't enough happy shows. Fun shows. Fun.
Mason and Ireland.
710 ESPN.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys. So saw the story yesterday about the American YouTuber who apparently left a can of Diet Coke and a coconut on a, isolated island where there's an isolated tribe.
Oh, really?
It's the same island that I think back in 2018, it was a missionary was shot and killed there with a bow and arrow.
Seriously?
Yes. Yeah. There's a bunch of photos, and at that time there was a bunch of aerial photos of the tribe, kind of.
Right.
So this guy got arrested because he illegally, visited this island, hoping to make contact, kind of a deal.
Yeah.
Left a can of Coke and a coconut.
Okay.
So my question here is, if you are, visiting somewhere or a tribe that has cut off from the whole world,
Yes.
what are 2 items that you think
Two
would
items
be
I
great
would leave
to leave
for the
Yeah.
tribe. 2 items for the tribe.
He left a Diet
So
Coke
they
and a
don't.
coconut.
They don't have electricity, probably. Don't have power.
Bad Wi-Fi.
Bad, terrible Wi-Fi. Wow, what would you leave? I would leave.
I mean, the coconut feels like a wasted
Yeah, the
opportunity.
coconut
on an
feels
island.
like they probably already have coconuts.
Or at least
They're
tropical.
they could.
They at least have tropical edible items. Like a coconut feels like a waste.
I am going to say I would leave a McDonald's Big Mac.
That feels
nice.
I was thinking about McDonald's.
McDonald's is good. We want to introduce them to our culture.
Yes.
And I would say, no electricity, so that makes it tough. Oh, okay, I got it. A slinky. They would love a slinky over there. They would be mystified and it would be
mesmerized.
a source of wonder.
Okay, is the point of this, I guess, to introduce them to either like westernized or Americanized culture? You could bring like a baseball and a glove, something
very
like
good
that, or
point,
maybe like a ball and 2 gloves.
True,
so people
that's
could
good.
play catch.
Yep. What else? How about a White Claw? Getting one of them White Claws.
Nice lager
Yeah, but they
and
don't
a joint.
have a lager and a joint.
Yeah, there
you go.
Yeah. Okay, the joint maybe, because the problem with the White Claw is without electricity, if you don't drink it right away, it gets warm.
Oh, that's true.
Very
It will
true.
get warm. Yeah.
So
You're right.
maybe a baseball glove and a ball and
here's
the joint.
Here's the thing I'll say. YouTubers, seriously. You're going to this island where somebody got shot with a bow and arrow, so you can have one Instagram moment to say, I was with it. Honestly, you're taking people do anything for follows at this point.
TikTokers.
By the way, you can follow me on TikTok at Venice Mace, M-A-S-E.
And he was arrested, so.
He was arrested.
Yes.
Okay.
That's not a
Probably.
crime that gets you respect in the yard at all.
That's true.
But his YouTube followers probably went up.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, probably went up. All right, guys. So I saw this story about a woman who decided to go makeup free for her wedding. She posted pictures. She felt cute. She felt great.
Yep.
The internet went crazy because she had no makeup on for her wedding.
Okay.
So would you guys feel?
Would I marry somebody not wearing makeup?
Well, first of all, I bet yes, that is
Yes.
the answer.
Okay.
And this is kind of hard because you guys are all guys, but here we are. My thing is, would you criticize if you're going to somebody's wedding? You're there because you love the person,
Sure.
right? You're supporting that person,
Yeah.
whoever that may be. Beto over here goes, well, maybe Beto is excluded from this,
I've
but
been to a couple weddings where I wasn't necessarily supporting the person, but you got to go.
I'm looking at the woman who wore no makeup. She looks terrific.
great.
Yeah, she looks
great.
terrific.
But my question is, would you look at her or that, look at the person and be like, oh, you're not wearing makeup, and kind of give them a double look?
It depends on whether or not I've ever seen them out of makeup.
Right. See, now looking at her, I'm
She looks
looking at
great.
her with no makeup, and I'm like, but I don't know what she would look like dolled up.
She looks great either way.
Yeah.
I mean, because I
But
did.
shock might be too strong. But like, what takes you aback is if you've never seen that person out of makeup. I don't know how this woman looks in makeup compared to no makeup. But if she looks dramatically different out of makeup, even if you don't think she looks bad without the makeup, you still might be like, oh, that's different.
Is this a trend now? Is this something that women are doing? Because
I know Alicia
Pamela
Keys
Anderson decided she's done with makeup.
Yeah, I know Alicia Keys, too, has
Alicia
decided for a
Keys?
while that she was not going to do. It just depends. Like, depending on the type of, I'm not trying to get into the eyelash situation.
Oh, don't tell me about your
your I'm
fluttering
not
eyebrows.
Trying to, but you asked.
Yeah.
So my thing is, depending on the type of makeup that you're using, it could damage your skin. So a lot of women are going makeup free.
Okay,
Now, am I correct about this, Laura? Can't you sort of go makeup free, but it's like almost like clear makeup, like
Not
isn't
clear,
there like
but
gloss?
no, I mean the lip gloss, but no,
but I've seen photos of women before that are supposedly
You don't have-
makeup free.
see, he's done.
Lotion?
It's not lotion.
Mace is like done.
I'll ask you off
And
there.
that concludes makeup talk for today.
What's up, Foo?
I got another one here for you guys.
Okay.
So, New York Islanders apparently will print out the tickets that Alec Ovechkin won the
That's very cool. Sure,
record-breaking.
broke the record.
for $45 is what they're charging if you want a physical copy of the ticket. So a little two-part question here. Are you a fan of, the modern where it's like everything is digital now, kind of you don't get the ticket stubs? And then second, do you even have ticket stubs from games? Do you still keep those? Do you have any like old school ones that are even like, do people still collect them?
See, I don't have tickets. I've got press passes from lots of different things. So that's what I save. I don't think I have anything from the Freddie Freeman game I was at last year.
I used to save stubs all the time, like particularly concert stubs. I don't know what happened to the collection. I still have, though, my ticket stub from when I saw Prince at the Forum.
Oh, that's dope.
And also, too, right when the pandemic hit, I had happened to have a ticket stub. Like, I didn't intentionally keep it. I just hadn't tossed it out. From the last movie that I'd seen in a theater before everything shut down. So I'd saved that stub, and then I saved the first movie that I saw in the theater. I saved that stub.
Really?
My first coming back in.
Oh, that's cool.
The first one before, or the last one before the pandemic was the movie Pain and Gain. Or not Pain and Gain, Pain and Glory with Antonio Banderas.
Oh, sure.
And then the first one back in the theater was Summer of Soul.
Okay.
The documentary.
Cool.
So I still have those stubs.
Yeah, you know what I save on my Apple Passes, where you have the...
Oh, so you don't delete?
I didn't delete this one. A Celebration of Life for Kobe and Gianna Bryant. I still have my
Your
ticket for that.
That is a good one.
Yeah, I always save that one. February 24th, 2020 was that event. And so I always save that. I always save that one.
I miss, because to Andy's point, I used to save my tickets for concerts.
Yep.
And I remember one time something random happened where we got there. We had our ticket and the artist was pulling up because we were young. We were 17 and our parents dropped us off. Oh, you got to wait here, The artist pulls up and he signed our ticket. So I still have that, and you can't do that now. Not that you can be really looking at artists now in person, but it's not like they're walking up to you.
Sure.
But
cool. Ticket stubs are kind of a thing of the past. I mean, we all operate digitally now. In fact, eventually we're going to operate on, I would imagine it'll be like Ballmer's building. It'll be facial recognition. You'll just walk in and they'll say, oh yeah, that guy bought a ticket, and it's okay. So I think that's where we're probably going. So I don't know that tickets are going to be, but a ticket stub, it all depends on how many they're going to make. Are they making a limited number of tickets, or are they making a ticket for every single person who wants one? Because scarcity is what gives something like that value. So
for this occasion, you had to actually be there at the game.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go. Correct. So if you were at the game and you can get a ticket stub of it, to me, that's really cool.
Well, that means you better be someone like Mace with the Kobe and Gianna that you kept the digital copy of. You better have kept it. Otherwise, I don't know if you can prove you were there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's actually very cool. Very cool. I would love a ticket from that. All right. Coming up next for you. Laura says wrapped, so let's do this. We'll do a little Dodgers. They need to make a personnel change, in my opinion. And Charles Barkley doesn't really care who wins the NBA title. That's next. Mason in Ireland, Andy in for John, 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Want to sell your home because you're downsizing? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell the home that you've inherited? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your home and take advantage of your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $10,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, basketball fans, John Ireland here. Austin Reeves has been playing lights out, and now
He's bringing that same energy to his brand new signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Designed for top performance and comfort, these kicks are for players who grind just like Austin. He was hands-on in crafting every detail, making sure the AR2s deliver on and off the court. So go to Rigorer.com, Rigorer. Don't wait. Own a pair of Austin Reeves' shoes. That's Rigorer.com.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Evan Cohen here. Picking a place to build a life is a lot like selecting a draft pick. Make a decision that will set you up for long-term success. Pick Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, you'll find dynamic career opportunities, beautiful seasons, affordable living, and legendary weekends. From its high quality of life and great schools to its fine arts, culinary, and pro sports scenes, Wisconsin gives you so much to look forward to. That's why you should pick Wisconsin. Learn more about making Wisconsin your home. Visit pickwisconsin.com.
Open your world to all that SeaWorld San Diego has to discover. Make new connections with orcas, belugas, dolphins, and more. Explore all new depths with Jewels of the Sea, an immersive experience featuring vivid displays of awe-inspiring jellyfish species opening this spring. And set sail on a flavorful journey as you sample your way through an all-new menu at the Seven Seas Food Festival. There's so much more to SeaWorld than ever before. Save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our spring break sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
I would not. Would not be my scene.
More of Mason and Ireland right now.
And you come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love.
There's a great documentary about the Bee Gees. Have you seen it?
Really good.
It is really good. I forget what channel it's on and all that stuff. HBO. Excellent doc. Excellent doc. Hey, what's on tap today? I know that's what you're asking. What's on tap today here on 710? Well, the Lakers back on the court in OKC tonight. Coverage starts at 3:30. Tip-off at 5. You can hear it all for your afternoon drive on 710 AM or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor. Only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. And please, enjoy responsibly. So the Lakers will play everybody. Rui is hurt, but the Lakers will play everybody else tonight in Oklahoma City. I think I would have taken my foot off the gas for tonight. I would have prepared for Dallas. I don't know that Luka and LeBron are the same on the second night of a back-to-back, and tomorrow night is the more winnable of the two games. 4 games left. They need to win 2 to lock up the 3. I would have sat tonight.
I like the idea of them going for it. I like the idea of them staying in the right mindset heading into the playoffs. They've got an entire week, assuming they at minimum avoid the play, and they've got an entire week to rest and recharge. Assuming nobody gets hurt, like hurt.
Yeah.
I like the idea of them trying to close out, get 2 wins tonight and tomorrow, and then you can play with your food moving forward. You don't have to worry about anything.
I want to play something Kendrick Perkins said today. Kendrick is such an entertaining guy. He was asked, what is the Lakers' kryptonite? See if you agree with this.
Big perk. Lakers looked ridiculously good on Sunday against OKC. So what is their kryptonite? What is the Achilles heel of the LA Lakers?
Well, the Achilles heel of Green is like my weight. Their defense is up and down, right? And when you think about the Lakers, yes, they're going to be able to get a shot up and down every time down the floor because they have the playmakers in Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. But defensively, they have been up and down since Luka has put on the Laker uniform. That is going to be their kryptonite.
So like his weight, the defense is up and down. I mean, seriously, where else are you going to get that? Where else are you going to get that kind of analysis?
Looking at Kendrick Perkins right now.
There he is. Yeah, I mean, I think their defense is obviously, when they are communicating, when everybody's on the floor, when they've got all that length out there, I think they can play with anybody. There are times where they're disconnected and they're not playing good defense for whatever reason. They were great against OKC, though. They were locked down.
They were really good against Houston.
Great against Houston, yeah.
I think he brought up since Luka's been a part of the team, and it made it sound whether this
it's Luka's fault.
Right, whether that was Perk's intention or not, it's the way it sounded. The defense has been more inconsistent since around the time Luka arrived, but some of that has to do with guys being in and out of the lineup. Like, I would want to look at some of these bad defensive games, how many of them were with pretty much everybody who matters available. Because there have been a lot of games where second end of a back-to-back, LeBron didn't play, or Luka didn't play, or Rui didn't play, DFS. Those games, of course, the defense is going to be worse. Like if you have guys going in and out of the lineup. And then there's sometimes like, look, you don't even play terrible defense, but you're up against a really good offensive team where they just make shots. But yeah, it has been more inconsistent in the Luka era. But I think it's more about guys being unavailable than the defense slipping or Luka himself.
Am I the only one that thinks we haven't yet seen Luka peak Luka?
100%.
Like I think Luka's been great. I think he's even better when he's peak Luka.
I'm not convinced that he is as healthy as he wants to be or needs to be, and I don't think he's going to have an opportunity to get better. Like, it'll be nice if the Lakers avoid the play-in.
Yep.
You get an entire week off, that will help.
Yep.
But really, I don't know if Luka can be consistently more than 80-85% of himself, because I don't think he's all the way there physically.
Right.
That said, 80 to 85% of Luka
pretty damn
is
good.
Better than 95% of the league.
Yes. True. I want to do a little Dodgers here. Dodgers lost in Washington yesterday, 6-4. And they've now lost 3 out of 4 after the undefeated start. Dustin May, I thought, was really good in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit concerned. He went 6 innings, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and only 1 strikeout. Now, the Nationals are a team that strikes out more than anybody in the league, at least what Joe Davis said last night. So it's interesting that Dustin May only had 1 strikeout. But I'll say this for him. He was attacking the zone, and that's what he needs to do. He now has a .82 ERA, which is pretty good.
He looked terrific in that first start back.
Oh, electric.
You could tell it was so emotional for him. They kept cutting to his wife in the crowd. Like, everybody on that team knows what May went through to get back to this point. And I understand what you're talking about with the lack of strikeouts, particularly for a guy like Dustin May that's a strikeout pitcher. But if he's got the control, which it seems like he has so far, then I'm not worried.
Are you worried at all about the Dodgers' defense? Mookie had an error last night in the second inning, led to 2 unearned runs. I think also Miguel Rojas at some point had an error in that game, if I'm not mistaken. But the defense has let them down multiple times so far early in the year. Andy Pages is a really good example. I mean, he had just a terrible route on a Bryce Harper fly ball the other day in Philly that, I mean, I don't think you can survive having defense as porous as this one has been.
It doesn't worry me because I don't think that's who this team is. Like, I think this team is capable and has shown being capable, being way better defensively than they've been over like the last week. I tend to think this is more lack of focus than lack of talent, like lack of ability defensively. That being said, though, you don't want to build bad habits.
Right. And I'm telling you, the whole run prevention thing is something that the Dodgers look at. And I think we got a sneak preview of where we're going to go with the Dodgers this year in yesterday's game. Tommy Edman in center field. Tommy Edman should be in center field every day. He had that great outfield assist last night. He covers a ton of ground. He's certainly better than Andy Pages is defensively. He's a gold glove at second base, but he's an elite outfielder too, from what I can see. I think that at this point, I want Edman in center field, and I want some combination of Miguel Rojas and maybe Hee-Sung Kim comes up, and want some combination of that at second base.
Here's what I also, with Mookie.
Yep.
I know that he got at least practice time at shortstop, even though he was dealing with the stomach issue and he was having trouble keeping food down.
Yep.
I think when you consider the degree of difficulty of what he's doing, because remember last year he got thrown into it and he didn't really have an opportunity to prepare. And I thought he was still like an average to slightly below average shortstop, which, again, given the context, is incredible. I think if Mookie is capable of just being an average shortstop, which so far I think he's shown to be average, that's actually good enough. I think it's actually good enough.
I think it's good enough. And by the way, I think Mookie made an error yesterday. I still think he's got a chance to be a very good shortstop. I don't think he'll ever be an elite shortstop, but I think he can be a very good one.
Shortstops make errors. I mean, it's a really difficult position as long as he's not making a lot of errors. As long as it doesn't look like he's actively hurting the team. If he's somewhere between average and above average, I think the team is going to be fine. And then in the meantime, that's an incredible achievement. Like, it speaks to just how incredible an athlete Mookie Betts is. If he can actually pull this thing off, like, how many years into his career is he doing this?
A decade plus.
Yeah, a decade plus to all of a sudden reinvent yourself as a shortstop.
He's just an unbelievable athlete. Unbelievable athlete. Now, here's what concerns me, Brian. You can jump in here. So, Dodgers have played 12 games. They have trailed in 10 of them. 10 of 12 games, they have fallen behind. Their wins, 8 of them, have been come from behind wins. Now, that's a little fluke. First of all, never count the Dodgers out of a game. Even last night, they made a run late in the game. But you can't play from behind as much as the Dodgers are playing from behind.
I saw that stat yesterday, is that they're leading all of baseball in come from behind wins, and it kind of is like, that is a little interesting.
Yeah, regression to the mean. They're not always going to come back. They've always got a chance. Last night they had a chance to get back into that game in the 8th and in the 9th inning and weren't quite able to do it. But they fell down 4, and you couldn't dig out of that hole.
Look, the glass half empty version of this is the Dodgers allow themselves to fall into too many holes early on. That's not ideal. The glass half full version is we've seen them come back to have wins, and either way, their resiliency can't be doubted.
Right.
And if you've got that resiliency combined with that talent, I think more often than not, things are going to work out when they really matter.
One other nugget, the Blake Snell, who's on the injured list, is expected to miss just the minimum number of days, which I guess is 15. He'll miss one start, I think, and then be back maybe for another start. So he's not gone for a long time. Justin Robleski, who's actually pretty good, is going to start today for the Dodgers. Early start in Washington against the Nationals as they have lost 3 out of 4 and try to turn that around. All right, coming up next for you. I've been teasing this for a while now. I'm finally going to get to it. Charles Barkley, how much he cares about who wins the NBA title. That is coming up for you. In the meantime, Chumba. It's time to Chumba. Let's do it. Chumba Casino, the action never stops. You can play online social casino games anytime, anywhere for free. No purchase necessary. Your playbook is stacked. Think bingo and solitaire and slots and so much more. Hundreds of games. You're never going to run out of action. Here's the kicker. They're dropping fresh games every single week. It's like a highlight reel of fun ready for you to tackle. Plus free daily login bonuses and a sweet welcome bonus when you join. You can play for free, take your shot, redeem some awesome prizes. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking. The game is on. Suit up and take your shot. Let's do it. Let's Chumba. Head to ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com. Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Delaware, Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com RemondLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News & World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Laker fans, game day just got better. Meet your new go-to snack, BB-Go, the official game day snack of the Lakers. When it's time to cheer your team on, fuel up with something delicious. With BB-Go, you get mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes. Whether you're hosting a watch party or relaxing solo, BB-Go makes it easy to enjoy authentic, bold flavors without any effort. Keep your freezer stocked with BB-Go's delicious range, like their mandu, the largest, juiciest dumplings you'll find anywhere. Full of savory fillings and crispy on the outside, they're perfect for game time. And remember, BB-Go just isn't about great snacks. It's about a whole new level of flavor. It's minimum effort, maximum taste, every time. Find BB-Go in the freezer aisle of all major grocery stores. Grab your BB-Go, get ready for the game, and make every day delicious. BB-Go, making the whole world more delicious, one bite at a time.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last 2, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I mean, would you rather have good life or sex? Good sex. Good life, good sex.
Well, I got both.
There you go. That's
good
the correct
for you,
answer.
Johnny I.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
Oh, God, what were you breezing? A little George Benson. You like George Benson, Andy?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when Don Burns was on the Wave way back when? He did after he's like, Don Burns and the No Stress Express on 94.7 The Wave.
Oh, nice.
You got to smooth it. Yeah, back when they had those jingles, you got to smooth it out.
I heard they invented the Wave format for Kenny G. Is that possible?
They did. It was 1987. It was the old, what was the big format? Pre-stroke Chris would remember off the top of my head.
Pre-stroke Chris would have
KMET.
it?
So it was 94.7 The Met. KMET, which was a rock format. And then they blew up, and that was a big deal that they blew up KMET. It was big in that audience and everything.
Yeah.
And it was for this elevator music at the time was referred to, but it was heavily because Kenny G.
Heavy Kenny G. Did you ever watch that Kenny G doc?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's a Bill Simmons doc, music doc. It's on Max.
Okay.
Yeah, I came away. I always made jokes about Kenny G. after watching that, I'm like, no, Kenny G's actually really cool.
I love how he blows sacks. You know what I'm saying?
He's a great golfer, correct? Isn't he?
I didn't know
He's
that.
a killer golfer.
He's a very good golfer.
Actually, to talk about that, joining us right now live from OKC
Oh,
is
okay.
Ireland. Hey, Jono, what's up, man?
What's happening, people? Yeah, that's true, Chris. Kenny G's like a one handicap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I
a
didn't know
stick.
that.
He
very
apparently
good player.
he practices the saxophone every single day for hours.
But I don't think he performs anymore. I think he's kind of retired. From
Does he?
blowing-
I don't
blowing
know.
the
How old a
sax.
man is Kenny G?
He's got to be up there now.
He's got to be up there. You know, Ireland, do you travel a lot? So
Yes, I do.
I was over at the JW.
Okay.
And I stopped in the restroom because Lydia was in the can over here, so I had to go over there to use the restroom.
You got Lydia.
I
I've
got
been getting
Lydia.
Lydia a lot lately.
So they don't have paper towels. They just have the blower thing.
I don't like
Hate
the
it.
blower.
The
Hate
blower thing is the worst. And by
Yep.
the way, scientifically, apparently it just blows stuff. All the germs and stuff get blown all over the place. I want a good old-fashioned paper towel.
Not Mace. Not only that, I live in Manhattan Beach.
Yep.
There is a ban on paper bags in a lot of, or plastic bags in a lot
Oh,
of those towns.
is there in Manhattan Beach, is there one?
Yeah, so you got to use paper bags. And the worst thing is no plastic straws. I'm sick of all these environmental wackos taking over the world. I want a plastic straw, I want a plastic bag, and I want a paper towel.
Amen.
That's not too much.
Yeah!
Give me
who's
the
with
national
me?
anthem
Let's
on that.
go! Let's
God bless
go!
America.
Let's do it!
Play the
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani at least.
Yeah.
Did you hear the Shohei Ohtani from Trump
what
yesterday?
is it?
Oh, yeah.
Shohei
This is Trump.
Ohtani.
This is Trump.
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, when the Dodgers visited?
Yes.
You got to do the hands.
Hey,
Shohei
Mace.
Ohtani.
Mace, I haven't
Clearly
I
followed
haven't
his
seen
career.
you. How was SNL?
Oh,
Did you go?
SNL was so much fun. Yeah, it was a great time. Mikey Madison was great. Morgan Wallen stormed off the stage at the end, which made
Yeah.
it memorable. He
Did it
wanted to
feel
go back
like
to
an-
God's country.
Did it feel like an actual storming? Like,
Yeah.
did you know?
By the way, I went to the rehearsal and he stormed off.
So it was planned. And he had T-shirts ready right afterwards.
yeah, he rehearsed the storming.
They were selling Going Back to God's Country T-shirts.
Going back to God's country. It was like all a plan. Well, good. It was a clever plan, but I mean,
did you get a sense that he didn't want to be there at all?
yes, I definitely got that sense.
Well, here's what I think
He
happened.
did his two most boring songs. I thought
think
they
he
were
agreed.
But
boring.
aren't they? They're off the new album, right?
Yeah.
I think
that
he
might be
agreed
why.
to it to promote the new album,
Yep.
and then his people said, "What are you doing? This isn't going well." And they said, "We got to come up with a plan.
Yep.
Just act disinterested and then walk off, and we'll sell T-shirts and say Going Back to God's Country."
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't think they made it mid-show. I think what he realized is that he was in a bastion of liberalism, and he comes from the other side.
Oh, and he needed to own the libs.
Yeah, own
He
the
needed to
libs.
Own the libs.
Own the
somehow.
libs.
Because our country is so insanely polarized.
I didn't
it's
even
like,
notice that.
Yeah, well, I think that probably had something to do with it. How was the rest of the trip?
The rest of the trip, I saw some Broadway stuff.
What'd you go to?
I went to see Sunset Boulevard, which was awesome.
Who was the lead? Anybody-
Nicole Scherzinger.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, she was unbelievable. I saw Darren Criss has a new show called
Love him.
Maybe Happy Ending, and then I saw Gypsy, old school one with Audra McDonald. Great. And then went to
Boy,
Vegas.
You saw three great stars.
Three fantastic stars. And then we went to Vegas, and we went to Sphere. And John, I saved this specifically for you.
Okay.
At 3 o'clock, Deacon Fry from the Eagles is going to join us on the show.
Oh, no way.
And by the way, he is as hardcore a Laker fan as you can find.
Okay, so I have some potential good news for you.
Okay.
I thought I was going to be coming on with you to tell you that everybody was sitting.
Yes.
Everyone's playing.
How about that?
We just got the text.
Yeah.
That, everybody's been upgraded to probable.
Oh,
So I think,
yeah.
So I think they're going to
Except for
try and,
Rui.
Except for Rui.
There's a
Rui
shock.
was
Right.
Rui was always out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think they're going to try and knock these guys out 2 games in a row.
Yeah. By the way, okay, John, Luke Robitaille is famous for this.
Yeah.
Now, I asked Luke to do a new sigh, and I said,
Okay.
make it like you're surprised. Make it like you're surprised. So here's what we got.
I like that. Now, while you were in New York, did you go to the Deuce?
The Deuce, no.
You didn't go to the Deuce?
I don't think the Deuce really exists anymore.
The
Is that
Deuce
over
is
on
gone?
8th Avenue? There's no Deuce.
There's no Deuce anymore?
They cleaned up the Deuce.
Chris, in the most family way possible, describe the Deuce. What does that
Well, it was
mean?
when two streets met. That's why they called it the Deuce. It was
Yes.
okay.
And it's where they did a lot of porn and a lot of
everything.
porno stores and all that stuff. They cleaned all that up.
You could go to a theater and watch a show.
Yeah.
Any kind of show you wanted.
Thanks, Giuliani.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I had Ed Koch on my show one time, and I'm like, I really like the old Times Square.
The
You know,
Deuce.
the one with the dirty movie theaters and
The
all that stuff.
nitty-gritty.
Where do I go to get that now? And he said, Newark. So
It's like
Ireland-
the Tenderloin used to be up north. Tenderloin's
the
gone.
Tenderloin's
the
still there.
Tenderloin's
still
still
there?
there.
Yeah.
That's where all the homeless are.
Is it still
in San
tender?
Francisco.
Or is it still tender?
It's a little
Tenderloin
rough.
is the worst it's ever been.
Because Brian Cohen and I would go, you and I could make it in God's country. They like farm boys like us. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'd make it in God's
I
country.
don't know
I'm
what
from
you mean
God's
by that.
country.
You would be at a different part of God's country.
Yeah, I'd be. Yeah.
I want that drop for tomorrow, God's.
Yeah.
I'd make it in God's country.
Hey, Ireland.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk to you about your trip. Plus, Charles Barkley. I've been teasing this all afternoon long on how much he cares about the NBA playoffs. That is coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Two of the biggest titans in all of CONCACAF. Los Angeles Football Club, Inter Miami CF. Battle it out for one spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal.
Shot from 22 and in! Ordaz has scored! It's a golazo!
Last week, leg one was a thrill at BMO Stadium. Leg two in Miami will not disappoint. LAFC versus Inter Miami.
What's it going to take them out over there in leg two? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Pre-game starts tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app. When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Open your world to all that SeaWorld San Diego has to discover. Make new connections with orcas, belugas, dolphins, and more. Explore all new depths with Jewels of the Sea, an immersive experience featuring vivid displays of awe-inspiring jellyfish species opening this spring. And set sail on a flavorful journey as you sample your way through an all-new menu at the Seven Seas Food Festival. There's so much more to SeaWorld than ever before. Save up to 55% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our spring break sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text KING to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text KING to 42424. That's KING to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news and stats to placing bets in just a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code JOEQ to get started today. That's JOEQ, JOEQ. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed and trust. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk is here to get you what you need the moment you need it. We'll help you plan your project, calculate your materials, and pivot when your job takes an unexpected turn. And with our pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, you have what you need to tackle your job and be back on the job in no time. Just visit us at the Pro Desk. Lowe's knows pros. We help. You save.
Johnny come lately.
There he is.
Oh, that's such a good song.
The new kid in town.
Whenever they try to bring a new kid in town in here, Mace gets rid of him, which I like. I
No,
like that.
I haven't got rid of anybody in a while.
No,
I'm on the cutting board
We
next.
seek them.
People are like ready for it.
we
Taking
seek
bets.
them out and we destroy. You got to
No.
seek and destroy in this
I'm
world.
not one of those guys.
Live Imaging Tuesday on
Ireland is, though.
Mason and Ireland. Which one do you want me to read? The Sweet Night on Travis and DeMarco?
Yeah, read that.
Listen to Travis and DeMarco all week long.
I love Travis and DeMarco. Travis had a weird shirt on today. He was wearing kind of a smock.
But he gave us a whole topic, and that's big on that show.
Right, and clearly
Well,
they
he
don't.
wore like one of those tent shirts.
It was a tent shirt, and by the way, John, they don't own an iron. Susan and Travis don't own an iron.
Listen to
That's
them all
surprising.
week for your chance to watch Saturday night's LAFC match at BMO Stadium inside the 710 suite. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. The winner picks up 1 4-pack of sweet passes. Listen all week to the Travis and DeMarco show for your chance to win. Only with 710. Pot this up for a second.
Yeah,
that's
pot
off
this
the Hotel California Life in the Fastlane album. What was the album called?
The Greatest Hits album?
No, this was the actual album.
Ireland
I
would
don't know. I do
What
not.
was that album?
He's
that
watched
had
all the Eagles
Hotel
documentaries.
California Life in the Fastlane, and it had this, the third track, New Kid in Town.
No, I thought it was later. I thought this was off the long run, Chris.
Yeah,
No.
I think it is off the long run. This came out in about 77, didn't it?
But Chris, I don't want to question Chris's music knowledge because he's always right. But I thought New Kid in Town was on the long run.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, we're all looking it up. We're Eagles. In the meantime, John.
Meanwhile.
Are you excited?
Hello, friends.
This is the big week. I know this is like every golfer's locked
yes.
in
I'm
and
very
serious. And have you? Are we going to do tomorrow when you're on the show? We should do our picks.
I already did. I wrote him. I put him down on paper, but I'll have him for you tomorrow.
Okay,
if you wanna
good.
do it.
Yeah,
Tomorrow's going to be a big day because it might be, Mace, the weirdest crowd of a game I've ever
I
worked.
cannot imagine. What
I'm an
it's
idiot.
gonna be
It's
like.
the Hotel California album. It's on that album.
okay.
But I was correct, actually.
So
Sure.
New Kid in Town is on Hotel California.
New Kid in Town is the second track on Hotel California. So when I said Hotel California Live in the Fastlane, I was correct, Mace.
Okay.
Okay. So tomorrow is a big day because they're in Dallas and Luka returns. I don't know what to expect from this. And Anthony Davis, of course, is playing the Lakers for the first time on the floor. I mean, this game has got really a weird dynamic going on tomorrow night. I don't know what that crowd is going to be like.
I think it's going to be one of those rare situations where it'll feel like a Laker home game. I think more people are going to root for Luka than are going to root for the Mavs. And everybody I've talked to seems to say that everybody's like waiting to. I'm not even sure Nico's going to show his face tomorrow.
He shouldn't.
Actually,
Although,
no,
you know
he
what?
should.
He will.
He
He
should.
showed up at the Luka game here.
Plus, I mean,
Right, but
this
for
is
home
your
games,
decision.
He hasn't been.
Oh, no.
For home games, he's been staying in the tunnel.
It is 100% cowardly if he does not show up to this game, Luka's first game back, especially as he's been part of this contingency that has been bad-mouthing Luka on the way out. You know, all these leaks, all that stuff. You know where it comes from, talking about how defense wins championships and implying Luka can't be a part of that. It is absolutely cowardice.
I would
if
agree.
he does not show
Stand
up.
there, be a man. I made the trade.
Yeah,
I'm going
own
to
your
face the
decision.
consequences of it. John, you think he may not show?
I think he probably stays in the tunnel where he's been hanging out. But
Here-
maybe not. Maybe he parades around the court like he did in LA.
What is the tribute video going to be like?
Oh.
What if
If
there
I were
isn't
them,
one?
I was talking to somebody about this today. If I were them, I would run the tribute video before the Lakers even get introduced, and that way you take all the steam out of the introductions.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
interesting.
So in other words, before we introduce the starting lineups tonight, please pay attention to the video board. Do some heartfelt thing to Luka, and then introduce the rest of the Lakers, and then the crowd can get on with their lives. But I don't know if they'll think that far ahead.
Tim McMahon, who wrote the book on Luka, literally wrote a book about Luka, described what he feels like it's going to be like tomorrow night in Dallas.
It's agony with a trending toward apathy, but this will not be. Nobody will be apathetic about Luka's return, and it's going to be very strange and surreal. It'll be 6.5, celebrating 6.5 spectacular seasons while mourning that it wasn't a lot longer than that. And then, I anticipate. You know what though? I thought Luka would really come in with like that just ruthless killer's mentality the last time they played, or the first time they played.
Right.
And we saw just a glimpse of that early in the game. It didn't really stick. So I don't know what to expect from Luka. I know that there will be a full house, which has not been the case recently in Dallas, no matter what the attendance numbers say. And I know that pretty much everybody in those seats is going to be wanting to see Luka score 50, 60, 70 points.
All right, so John, is tomorrow night a night that Luka goes for 50?
I don't think he'll score 50, but I think he'll have a triple-double.
What are your expectations of Anthony Davis tomorrow night?
Big night.
You think?
I think that, imagine if you were him.
Yeah.
He's already said, if you reach that status in the NBA, Andy, you don't think you're getting traded unless you ask for it.
No, he had absolutely no idea this was going to happen. Neither did Luka. AD has been trying to downplay this game.
Yeah, here's his quote. Just another game. Y'all make it bigger than it needs to be. Another game for me. It will be Luka's first time back, so it might be a lot of emotions for him.
Yeah, respectfully, Anthony Davis is lying his ass off.
Yes,
he cares a lot about this game. He's been going out of his way to try to get the city of Dallas off Nico's neck.
Yes.
He came back too early the first time. You could argue he shouldn't be out there right now, but he's clearly trying to get that fan base to come around on this deal. I think the crowd's going to basically be everybody looking to put up for Luka to put up 70.
Yep.
Some may want it 70 in a win. Some may want it to be 70 in a loss. Either way, everyone is going to want to see Luka put on a show.
The word he used there was apathy.
Where was that sound from? Was it from us? From ESPN?
I think it was from Brian Windhorst's
Hoop Collective.
Hoops Collective.
Okay.
Yeah,
because
that's
that was
came
nonsense. He didn't win a championship. We're not talking about Kobe or Jordan or Magic. He had 6.5 years of not performing and accomplishing a championship.
Just in the finals last year.
How am I wrong? Did they win a championship and I missed it?
No, they went to the NBA Finals last year,
and he
as the
got blown
5
away,
seed, all because of him.
Yes, and then they sucked in the finals.
You're wrong, just because the city of Dallas has gone insane over this. They've
I understand.
been angry. They've been livid.
That's fine, but to make it as though it's oh my God, Kobe's coming back on a different team, or Magic or Jordan. Come on. There's a reason why they traded him. It might be a mistake, but they still traded him for a reason.
Chris, I would put this right there when Shaq came back with Miami to play against the Lakers on Christmas.
But Shaq won titles here.
Right. But Luka was on his way.
Yeah.
Luka's 25.
And in his playoff games, he averaged, just his playoff games, he went 31, 9, and 8.
But they didn't win a title.
Right,
no,
but it's clear that the fan base is okay with what Luka did. They loved Luka. They've been furious over this. I understand what you're talking about in terms of Luka didn't achieve what the all-time greats achieved in Dallas.
So do we have to make it so romantic, like the apathy?
Chris, I think what
they're not selling
tickets. Is that if the Lakers we judge by winning championships,
right.
Other cities judge their stars
so Dallas
by
sucks.
how well they
They're
play.
not as good as us, is what you're saying.
Of course.
Okay, then that's fine.
We're LA.
Then we got to the point.
He's 26 years old. How old was Jordan when he won his first title?
28.
So it's preemptive to make any determination on Luka Doncic.
Winning a title by 28?
I think Luka Doncic has a chance to win a title this year.
Chris, I think he would have won an MVP by the time he turned 28.
I think we all thought that, but that hasn't happened.
You question whether the Lakers... I think the Lakers can absolutely win this year.
I think there's a chance, but a slight chance, yeah.
Who do you think appears in the finals?
I don't know if they can get past the Thunder in a 7-game series, honestly.
Well, they just beat them by 27 in a game that wasn't close.
Okay.
And that was 2 days ago.
A 7-game series.
Right.
So I don't know if they could beat them 4 times in a 7-game series.
I don't either. The Thunder are really good.
We might get more of an indication tonight.
We will. Now, if they actually are playing tonight, which you said they are.
And it sounds like they all are.
Then they win tonight, my hopes go up quite a bit.
So, Chris, last year, a lot of people don't know this. Last year, the Lakers, the Thunder were the number 1 seed last year. They won 57 games. They were the number 1 seed. They're even better this year.
Right.
But last year, the Lakers played them 4 times, and the Lakers won 3.
Okay.
And now this year, they played twice, and the Lakers just blew them out.
Okay.
So they've won 4. Lakers won 4 of the last 6 games against the Thunder. In a 7-game series, that's Lakers in 6.
But that's not.
And
Take
it's all
that,
the same
Chris
people.
Morales.
Well, first of all, John Ireland.
Facts.
Do you like that John and I
spitting facts?
But but those games aren't over 1 week.
Right.
So that's a little different, is it not?
Oh, sure, it's different. But the other dynamic here is it's a really young team, and you don't know what you're going to get.
You're right, but I would say the same about
really
the
young
Lakers
team.
at times.
No,
right?
the Lakers are not a really young team.
I wouldn't say
the
the young
Lakers
part,
are a very
but
veteran
but
team.
you don't know what you're going to get. Correct?
I think we know what that team is when
Have
they
there been
are
games
connected.
this season where we go, oh, that's not the Luka we're used to?
Yeah, against Golden State last week.
Yeah,
Are they going to have
he
to
had a
play
rough
Golden
shooting
State
night.
in the playoffs, possibly?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Maybe in the first round.
Right, but if you're saying, but you
I'm not
going to
let you be a Lakers honk.
But you seem to.
Mace, I'm not going to let you be a Lakers honk like Roger Lodge, who's a Halo honk.
Is he a Halo?
I'm not
not
going to let you do it.
He's on.
Doesn't he get paid?
He's
by
on
the Halo?
Artie
Yeah, he
Moreno's
does.
radio station.
Yeah,
he has
he's
no
like
choice.
me. He's drawing a paycheck from. I get paid by the Lakers. He gets paid by the Yankees.
I'm allowed to say whatever I want. And I think
do you
this
want to
team
be a
can win
Halo
title.
honk?
No, I don't.
Do you want Roger to come on this show?
I would love. I love Roger. He's
Do
a
you
great
want him
guy.
to fill in with you when John's out?
Yeah, sure.
probably
It'd
allowable,
be all right. Wouldn't it be all right, John?
God,
Would you
it'd
have
be bad
Roger
con-
Lodge
it'd be
fill
bad
in?
con-
Whoever you want.
I just said allowable. I didn't say it'd be good. I said allowable.
It'd be allowable, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he's just on Artie's radio station.
Yeah, we're partners with
That's
him.
what I'm saying. It would be allowable.
It's K-Art, isn't it?
It's not K-Art. It's
Oh, I thought it was
KLAA.
K-Art.
Not yet.
Yeah. Not yet. All right, coming up next for you, Ireland. We're going to keep things sort of in line. We're going to do Game of Games coming up next. Then Deacon Fry from the Eagles is going to be here, and then we'll wrap up at 3:30 when we get ready to go to pregame with Beto and Michael Thompson. Lakers at OKC tonight. So Game of Games is next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Tune in to Sedano and Cap Monday, April 14th. That's it. This upcoming Monday. We're all going to be broadcasting live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll be experiencing the all-new Jewels of the Sea jellyfish exhibit. What is that?
That is Travis Rogers doing a dolphin impression.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's good. You should use this during your SeaWorld because there are a lot of dolphins at SeaWorld.
I want to swim with the dolphins, but they won't let me because if I swallow the seawater, that's not good for me.
That
right
is
now.
not
I can't
good.
swallow it.
By the way,
That's
I
one
don't-
of your restrictions.
I can't
no
swallow.
seawater. By the way, that's a good rule to follow whether you almost died or not. Don't drink seawater.
Okay.
I
Anyway,
agree.
we're going to be experiencing the all-new Jewels of the Sea jellyfish exhibit.
Oh, cool.
And staying at the stunning, family-friendly Paradise Point Resort and Spa. Check out the fun on social and tune in for your chance to win a family 4-pack and night stay at Paradise Point Resort and Spa. SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing. The great Jacob Emirani is here for Game of Games. That's next on 710.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Harbor Freight knows time is money, so for our Spring Black Friday sale, we're getting straight to the deals. This weekend, you get 35% off jack stands, 56-inch roll cabs under $800, and 2,300 PSI electric pressure washers under $190. See? Straight to the point, so you can get straight to the savings. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until April 13th, 2025 while supplies last. Limitations apply.
The sports calendar is heating up, and with ESPN Bet Sportsbook, you can go from checking news to stats to placing bets in a couple of taps. Stream games, bet live, and get exclusive offers when you link your ESPN account. Right now, you can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
50 years at full speed. It's going to be an epic celebration at the 50th anniversary Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach this weekend. It starts with the always exciting lineup. Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, Robbie Gordon's high-flying trucks, and drifting, along with the first ever historic Formula Exhibition event featuring all three eras of racing at the Grand Prix, Formula 5000, Formula One, and Indy cars, all on track at the same time. A very special sight and sound for everyone to experience. Plus the huge Lifestyle Expo, Family Fun Zone, Mother's Exotic Car Paddock, and two exciting concerts. DJ duo Dubs on Friday night, presented by Acura, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band Foreigner on Saturday night, presented by Cuervo Tequila. Fun for the whole family. This weekend, April 11th through the 13th. Ticket information at gplb.com. Come and join the celebration.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BREAK to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BREAK to 321-321. That's BREAK to 321-321.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and we welcome to the show the great Jacob and Ronnie. Jacob, how you doing, man?
I am doing great. How are you?
Everything is good. Ireland's in OKC.
Oh, yes.
He's
Hi, John.
playing along.
Hi, Jacob.
How are you?
Andy's here. Brian's going to play. It is Laura Romo's game today. Laura, what do you got going?
All right, guys, before we get into the game, I'm going to give you the standings. Brian, you and Ireland are tied with 2. Pepe has 1, Michael has 1, and Mason got on the board.
I got on the board yesterday.
So he has 1. All right, guys. So we do on this show a lot of birthdays. We like to see whose birthday it is, and I want to see if you guys have paid attention to some of the birthdays that I've given. So I'm going to give you guys kind of a little prompt and ask you who was not born in April. Okay?
Who was not born in April?
Who was not
Okay.
born in April.
Got it.
All right? So it's a multiple choice, so it's going to be fairly easy, like I told Jacob. So this one, I'll go first one. These superheroes saved the day and blow out candles in April, except for one. Which of these actors was not born in April?
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr., Paul Rudd, or Chris Evans?
Okay, I'll go first. I think it is Paul Rudd. Jacob.
I will go with Chris Evans.
Evans. Andy.
Also going Chris Evans.
Evans. Brian.
Paul Rudd.
Rudd. And Ireland.
I'm with Jacob. Chris Evans.
Evans.
It is Chris Evans'
It is
birthday
Chris
in
Evans.
June 13th.
Okay, so Jacob, Andy, John on the board.
All right, second one. These icons in art were all celebrating birthdays in April except one.
Okay.
Who was not born in April? Was it Da Vinci, Vincent van Gogh, or William Shakespeare? Jacob, I think this one goes to
Jacob, you go first.
I will go with Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. Andy.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Brian.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. John.
One of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Brian. Shakespeare.
I am also going to go Shakespeare.
You should have went with whoever said Vincent van Gogh.
Vincent van Gogh is
He
Andy.
was born on March 30th, so very close. but
Andy
not in
takes the
April.
lead. All right.
All right, next one. These great musical...
But I just want to point out, this is not a knowledge game. This is purely a guessing game.
A guessing game.
Purely a guessing game. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. So these music acts were born in April.
Okay.
Except for this one. Is it Pharrell Williams, Lizzo, or Mariah Carey? And Andy, I think this one's for you.
I'm going to say Lizzo was not born in April.
Okay.
Brian?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah? John?
I'll go Lizzo.
Lizzo. I'm also going to go Lizzo. And Jacob?
I'm going to go Mariah Carey.
Mariah.
Glad you did, because her birthday was March 31st.
Oh, there you
Lizzo
go.
was born April 27th.
So Jacob ties. It's Jacob 2, Andy 2, Brian 1, John 1, and me yet to scratch.
All right, so these people have made us laugh. One of them doesn't celebrate their birthday in April. Is it Seth Rogen, Eddie Murphy, or Steve Carell?
Brian,
I think, yeah.
Steve Carell.
Says Carell. Oh, my pen broke.
Ireland.
Ireland.
I'll go Carell. I'm with Brian.
All right, Mace.
I'm going to stick with Corral, yeah.
Okay. And Jacob?
I'm going to go with Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Okay. And Andy?
I think it's also Eddie Murphy.
No, it's not. It's Steve Carell. His birthday's August 16th.
I disagree.
You just disagree?
Actually, we
Yes.
talked about Eddie Murphy early in the month because his birthday was...
And you know what? I did that game.
Yes, you did.
That's right. So I really
You did the game because it was his birthday, Andy, so I'm
Yeah.
very disappointed that you got
So
this one
who
wrong.
took that point? Mason?
Brian.
And
Ireland.
and
So
Ireland. Okay.
right now, everybody has 2 except you, Mace. You have 1.
Got it.
Terrible.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Ireland's the best at keeping score. Let's just let him.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
That's why I asked him.
I was trying, yeah.
All right. These queens rule stages, screens, or kingdoms. But who did not rule the month of April? Queen Elizabeth II, Barbara Streisand, or Michelle Obama? And I don't remember who.
It's back to me. I'll
Okay.
say obviously Barbara Streisand. Jacob?
Obviously. I will take Michelle Obama.
Andy?
Let's go with the Queen. The
Queen Elizabeth II. All right, Brian.
Doesn't seem like an April baby.
Obama.
And John?
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama is correct. Her birthday is January 17th.
All right, so I got it. Brian got it. Who else got it?
Jacob.
Jacob got
Jacob.
it.
All right, so Brian 3, Jacob 3, John 3, Andy 2, Mason 1.
All right, so these comedians make us laugh, but one of them was not born in April. So is it Ali Wong, Martin Lawrence, or Tina Fey?
Okay, we start with Jacob.
I will go with Tina Fey.
Andy?
Ali Wong.
Brian?
Tina Fey.
John?
Tina Fey.
I'm going to go with the one nobody took, Martin Lawrence.
I'm kind of glad you did because I did that to throw you off. He's the only guy, but he's not the correct answer.
Oh,
Tina
well,
Fey
Boom!
is the correct answer, and she was born May 18th.
And I'm just curious, does anybody know any of these answers
No.
rather than a guess?
But you have a 33% chance.
Right.
That is true.
And
So
Jacob,
who got that? Who got that right besides me?
I did.
Brian,
All
too.
right.
Jacob.
Brian. Okay, so Brian, Jacob, and John each have 4. Andy has 2, and Mace has 1.
Mace's about out of this one.
This one, if all of you guys don't get this right, I'm going to be very, very, very sad. Which music icon missed the April birthday club? Is it Marvin Gaye, Chance the Rapper, or Prince? I'll start. Who is it?
Start with Jacob.
I will take Prince.
Andy?
I think it is Prince.
Brian?
Prince.
John?
Prince.
Well, I got to go different, so I will say, what was it?
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin
or
Gaye.
Chance
I'll
the
say
Rapper?
Marvin Gaye.
It is Prince.
It is
June
Prince.
7th.
Prince is in June, right?
June
Laura?
7th, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he died in April. He did
Yeah,
actually die in
but
April.
Did he?
he was born.
That wasn't
born.
part of the
That's
question.
No, I know.
not,
but just bringing it full circle.
All right, I'm out.
Okay.
Out
Hey,
of
Mace
here.
is out,
Yeah.
and it's Brian, John, Jacob with 5, Andy with 3.
Okay.
All right. These athletes were born to win, but who wasn't born in April? Randy Orton, Peyton Manning, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Jacob.
I will go with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Brian.
Peyton Manning.
John.
I think it's Peyton Manning.
Andy.
Peyton.
It is Peyton.
Okay.
Kareem was
Okay.
born in April.
How
April
many are
16th.
left? Because Andy, you're going to have to go different at some point.
I have 2 more.
Two
and a
more.
tiebreaker.
So
Andy,
you
you
need
have to go. You have to go different now.
Okay.
Brian, John, Brian, you got that right.
Yes.
Okay, so Brian, Jacob, you got it too, right?
I did not.
Oh, you did not.
No,
okay,
I
so
took-
Brian
I
and
took
John
Kareem.
have 6. Jacob has 5, and Andy has 4.
Okay, so John and Brian have to go first, then Jacob, then Andy.
Right.
First one is to Brian. What do you got, Lar?
All right. These actors have serious Oscar energy, but only 2 celebrate a birthday in April. Which one does not? Is it Meryl Streep, Al Pacino, or Barbara Streisand?
Brian.
Barbara Streisand.
Streisand. John.
Meryl Streep.
Streep. Jacob. Got to go different of those 2, so you got to take the third one.
Al Pacino was the
Al
third
Pacino.
Okay, I'll take him.
And Andy.
I got to go Pacino, right?
Yeah, Pacino.
one. Who said Meryl Streep?
I did.
Ireland.
That is the correct answer.
Ireland
Okay,
takes the
so
point.
I got the lead over Brian by 1, so I have to go first.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is
Jacob's out and Andy's out.
Sorry, guys. I thought
What?
this was super easy.
Sorry, Jacob.
That was so.
This
that
is
was
the
like-
last one.
That happened so quickly.
I know, just like that.
That was like a second ago. I was
You
right
were
up there
in
with
it,
the
and now-
leaders.
I know. It's
How
Yeah,
would
you-
this game be easy?
I thought it was because it's all guessing.
Yeah, no,
All right,
I
this is the last one.
She
We're
means
going to have a
no brain
tiebreaker.
power.
These powerful women light up the screen, but only 2 have April birthdays. Which one does not? Emma Watson, Kristen Stewart, or Zendaya?
Ireland.
Boy, it's a complete guess. I don't even know these girls. I'm going to say, okay, I'll say Zendaya.
Brian, you got to go different.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
Ireland locked it up. It is.
It is Zendaya. All right. There you
Boom.
go. Ireland with the win. He takes the lead for the month.
Do you guys want to do the tiebreaker?
Yeah, let's do the tiebreaker for fun.
All right. Yesterday, I mentioned that the Goofy movie was released in theaters. How much did the movie gross?
Okay.
Everybody have a number?
Yeah.
So this is
So
domestic?
Yeah,
or,
it was
or
in
national?
It was in the U.S. and Canada. This is
Okay,
what-
I'm going to say 95 million. Jacob?
I'll say 126.
126. Andy?
The Goofy movie?
Yeah, the Goofy movie.
I'm going to say 16 million.
16.
Yeah,
Brian?
I'm with
20
Go
million.
ahead, Brian.
20 million. And John?
I'm with Andy. I don't think it's that much. I'll go 25.
So it grossed $37.6 million.
And
it
somebody
actually
got it right.
underperformed.
Nobody was really close.
Somebody was in it.
20. Somebody said 20.
If it would have mattered, it would have mattered.
Yeah.
He's just mad because he did really bad.
All right.
Oh?
That sounded like Goofy.
So, Jacob, what's going on, man? How you feeling about the
Congrats,
Lakers
Ireland.
after the 27-point win yesterday or Sunday?
I got to be honest with you. I feel great about it because every 5 minutes, my boys would be saying, "And now we're up by 16, and now we're up by 20, and now we're up by 24." And I mean, they had come out to
They
play.
maintained that cushion
Right.
through the whole game.
And I have to tell you, I think the game that Luka played against the Warriors, and the fact that he was kind of.
He was
He
really
did not
off,
make
yeah.
a three for
That's
like
my
the
point.
first time in
He
1,000 games.
He was kind of non-existent. So to me, when I look at that loss, it's as if Luka was sitting in that game because he was not really a factor. And I think after that, he took responsibility. He said, "This is on me," and he's played, really, really well after that.
Now, I could be totally wrong, and it would not be the first time, but I would not be playing my guys tonight if I was the Lakers. I
you're
would
not-
focus on Dallas
Yes.
and Portland and potentially Houston on Friday to get my 2 wins.
Mace, you're not the only one that thinks that. I've been listening to national opinions all day, and
Yeah.
a lot of people agree with you. I almost think that I think JJ looks at this as a playoff preview, and we're in their heads now because we just beat them by 27. If we beat them again, that's going to be a huge psychological factor for the Lakers.
But if we don't, we get kicked out of their heads.
No,
right?
I don't. I disagree.
Oh, you disagree?
Because we just hammered them. They know we can beat them.
Yeah.
If we beat them twice, that's really bad.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it would be stunning
they're
if we beat
favored.
them twice.
They're favored tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I saw it, and I think this was when everybody was questionable, it was minus 15.5 earlier today.
And let's not forget what happened, right? We beat Denver, and look at the dancing coach is no longer around.
Yeah, how about that? We'll talk about that, too. That is crazy. Michael Malone's gone.
I know I got just maybe another minute with you guys, so
Yeah.
I want to make sure to say when I saw that,
Yep.
I had a smile on my face. I mean, I was a little surprised they fired him.
Yeah.
But he's not really a fan favorite here in LA, based on everything that happened.
That's true.
During our playoffs and all of that stuff, right? So I mean, you talk. Be careful what's going to come around, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And I know that Denver apparently ended up firing him because they're hoping the same thing's going to happen that happened to Memphis.
Yep.
And they're going to get on fire, and they're going to win some games as they go into the playoffs.
Dead
But
coach
man,
bounce, they call that.
That is not a small deal. They're in 4th place.
Yeah.
And you just get rid of your head coach that just coached you for the
And
last
by the way,
God knows
they're
how many years.
tied. I mean, they're potentially a play-in
That's
team all
crazy.
of a sudden.
And now you're going to have your assistant coach take over, Adelman, right? He's going to take over for them. I mean, wow.
Yeah. We'll talk about the Michael Malone firing. He likes to be called Michael, so we'll respectfully call him Michael today. Jacob, it's great seeing you.
Thank you.
Don't forget, Game of Games is brought to you by the great Jacob Umrani, 844-24-JACOB, or easy to remember, calljacob.com. Coming up next for you, Deacon Fry from the Eagles joins us. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Monday, April 14th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the nation's largest standalone jellyfish exhibit, the all-new Jewels of the Sea, featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish, and set sail on a flavor adventure at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Don't miss the action, the fun, and maybe even a few surprises. Monday, April 14th, 3 to 6 p.m. Live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Test drive a new Hyundai today at your local Hyundai dealer, where every Hyundai comes standard with America's Best Warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Visit buyhyundai.com to find the dealer nearest you. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Hey, basketball fans. John Ireland here. You've seen Austin Reeves rise to the occasion, and now he's bringing that same drive to his latest signature shoe, the AR2s from Rigorer. Built for speed, support, and all-day comfort, these kicks are made for players who never back down. Austin was involved in every step, making sure the AR2s match his game. Tough, versatile, and ready for anything. Go to Rigorer.com, Rigorer, and get your pair today. Rigorer.com.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeagleLAchampionship.com.
Hey, it's Beto Duran. If you've ever been in a car accident, you know how stressful it can be. My boy Leo and the crew at Active Collision are there for you. They're the experts at taking care of your business. I'm dealing with it right now. Hit and run. The back of my truck was smashed. I thought it was just a simple fix the tailgate. No. Leo said, boom, boom, boom. This is a problem, Beto. Let me take care of it. 626-330-0100. 626-330-0100. You'll get a 50% discount on your deductible when you let them know that 710 sent you. Or check them out on Instagram at active.collision.
Mason, Ireland, on 710 ESPN.
Shohei Ohtani and I have something in common.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
I don't believe
we do.
Does he call in sick a lot?
No.
Okay.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
5 minutes after 3 o'clock. On a live imaging Tuesday on Mason and Ireland, Andy in for John, but John's also there too.
Yes.
And also on hold, a great P1 of our radio station and a legend in his own right. Go ahead, Mace. Pot him up, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Deacon Fry from the Eagles, who is serious about his Lakers basketball. Deacon, thank you very much for coming on. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
So
oh man, this is awesome, Deacon. Really happy to talk to you.
So you are really serious about ball, Deacon. Where do you think the Lakers are right now? How do you feel about them?
I think we're doing great. I think this is good. They upgraded those guys tonight to play, so it looks like they're going for it. These last couple of games, they get the 3 seed if they win both games, right?
Yep.
And then
they only need to win 2 of the 4.
I think we're in great shape, and then Denver's kind of falling apart. That's crazy too. Like Wow.
Yeah, that definitely came out of nowhere, and Deacon Fry is our guest. So, Deacon, well, I told you this when I met you at Mason's party. One of the great nights of my life was when Michael Thompson and I ended up at a dinner where we got to sit next to your dad and Joe Walsh, and they just told us stories all night. And after that, I would always go down and say hello to your dad in his seats down by Diane Cannon, which are right next to the Laker bench. When you were a kid growing up, did you get the benefit of those seats? Did you get to go with your dad occasionally and sit courtside?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Very jealous. So who are your, like, if I say to you, greatest Laker, are you a Kobe guy? Are you a Kareem guy? Are you a Worthy guy? Who hits home for you?
I'm a Kobe guy, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people
Kobe and Shaq, I mean, that was when I was growing up, that was just unbelievable to watch those guys.
So, Deacon, I saw you at the Sphere this past week, and I wonder what it's like performing. Like, you do Peaceful, Easy Feeling at one point, and beautiful vocal. You're gigantic. You're like 100 feet tall behind you on the Sphere. Like, do you ever turn around and like get startled? Like, oh my God, there I am.
No, you can't turn around and look. I tried that in the first couple of shows and almost fell over. It's so daunting. It's humongous, especially we're right underneath it, so it's all around us. I just try to look forward, close my eyes, and try not to mess up.
Is there a balance for you when you're performing, like looking to put your own spin on different Eagles songs while still honoring, what your dad did and what, began the Eagles? Like, how do you balance out looking to bring your own thing versus honoring what was there?
Well, so what I do is I play all of his instruments the way he played it. He had a sound that he liked that worked for them, and I didn't want to mess with anything like that. So what I'm playing is his rig. So I haven't messed with anything like that. And as far as singing, I just try to sing the way I've always sang.
Deacon, when I was there, I saw you at the Forum when, about a year ago when you were playing with the guys.
Yeah.
And that night you were the lead vocal on Take It Easy, Already Gone, Tequila Sunrise, and Peaceful Easy Feeling. Are those still the four that you're singing? Are you singing more, singing less, or do they mix it up on different nights?
I'm doing Take It Easy, Already Gone, and Peaceful Easy Feeling. Now Vince is doing Tequila Sunrise now, and he's just incredible. He's got such an amazing voice.
Yeah, Vince Gill is amazing. He's amazing.
God.
His performance at that concert was unbelievable. All you guys were fantastic. I want to ask you about Joe Walsh, who I thought had the line of the night. He said, I liked being 20 in the 70s as opposed to being in my 70s in the 20s, which is so damn funny.
So good.
Is he just, my impression of him, he's just a little nuts. Is he a little nuts?
Oh, of course. But, that's just Joe. That's just what he's like. If anyone who knows it will tell you the same, too.
But so, Deacon, I would imagine that when you were growing up, you were as much of a fan of the Eagles as, like, Mason and I were. I know you're Glenn Fry's kid, but at the same time, you just listen to the music, and it's unbelievable. Is it a little surreal for you to be playing, and then, I know you've been doing it for a while, but for me, like, I get to call all these Laker games, and I got to do Kobe and Shaq, and now I'm doing LeBron and Luka. It still never gets old. Every once in a while I'll go, hey, this is going to be something I'll remember for the rest of my life. Can you still be a fan, or do you have to turn your fandom off now that you're in the band?
No, I'm considering myself just so lucky to be able to be a part of that, because I did grow up, being a fan. I've always loved their music, and had a special place in my heart, obviously, because it was my dad, but the songs are still the songs. They're still good, no matter, who I'm related to, even if I wasn't.
So when you were a little kid driving around with your dad, is it true that you had Mason in Ireland on the radio?
Absolutely.
That makes my day.
He didn't want to ever listen to music in the car.
That's very
So
funny.
we listen to you guys. Like, if he was, driving carpool or whatever, we're listening to you guys or whoever was on 570. He was a big Dan Patrick guy too, so he liked to listen to Dan Patrick.
How was Glenn Fry carpool driver? Like, it's hard to imagine a rock star driving the carpool to school.
It was a rare appearance of him in the carpool lines, but he's I don't want to say he had road rage, but he kind of had road rage a little bit. He's from Detroit. I'll say that. He's very, very Detroitish in the car.
So Mace, Michael Thompson just walked in.
Oh, hey, Michael.
Michael.
Mace is back.
Deacon Fry is on the phone right now.
Oh, yeah.
Tell him about that night we got to sit next to Glenn and Joe Walsh.
Deacon, that's the greatest dinner I've ever spent in my life. I've eaten dinner with Michael Jordan, with Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson. But I got to eat dinner with Joe Walsh and your dad, Glenn Fry, two of the nicest guys, two rock legends. I grew up loving the Eagles, still love them to this day. It is the greatest American band in history. England's got their Beatles, but we got our Eagles. And get to sit there and talk to Joe and your dad was one of the highlights of my life. And matter of fact, I even criticized Joe Walsh and your dad about the Hotel California.
What did you say?
You know the riff at the end of Hotel California when Joe and Felder are there just doing their guitar thing? Man, you guys let that go for about 10 minutes. It's not long enough. That is the greatest guitar riff along with "Gimme Shelter," the opening riff, the Hotel California riff with Joe and Felder. That's one of my favorite guitar riffs. It doesn't last long enough.
Oh, I'll tell him. Maybe we'll extend it at the next
Exactly. Extend it an extra 5 minutes. I can listen to that. I listen to that every night. I just the live version of Hotel California, 1977, at the Cap Center is the greatest American rock song in history.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
That's awesome.
That raises a good question, Deacon. What does that song actually mean? What does Hotel California mean? And your interpretation of it.
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
I always thought, Mace, just my interpretation of that song was you were checking into hell and Satan, and you were there, and you can check out anytime you like, but you would never leave.
No, it's like you're on a long, desolate road, maybe between L.A. and Vegas. There's a hotel you got to pull off on the side, and there's a lot of freaky, kinky, weird things go on there.
Well, there you go. Everybody's got their own interpretation of it. That's
By the way,
the song so great.
Spoiler alert, they open with Hotel California, and it is spectacular. It's like one long trip in a car, like through different it's so spectacular.
Oh.
It is such a great start to the show. It really is.
It is the greatest rock song in American history, I think. Name one better than that.
From an American band, there isn't one.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, it's fantastic. Hey, it was so much fun being there. By the way, Deacon, I apparently was sitting next to your mom at one point, but I never knew it was your mom until after she left. But she seemed great. She was totally into the show. She was so proud. That's the thing that come across. She was watching you every time you were on that big screen, and when your vocals came up, she was so proud and just beaming. So
good for you, Deacon. That's awesome.
You put on an amazing show. The band is great. If you can, see them at the Sphere. And go Lakers. Go Lakers, Deacon.
Man.
Deacon, thank you for doing this, man. Great talking to you.
Guys, this was so cool. Thank you.
Yeah, and you're doing your dad proud, man. You look good up there.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right,
All right,
there you
Deacon.
have it.
Talk
There's Deacon
soon,
Fry.
man.
Actually, that's what Don Henley said. Don Henley introduced Deacon and said he's doing his dad proud.
That's
and
cool.
He really.
Good guy. Is he married?
Deacon, I don't think
he
so.
is.
I don't think so.
Although, the night I went, Mace, Henley had a great line. He came out and he said, as all of you know, 9 years ago, we lost a brother, Glenn Fry, and everybody does this like plight, and then Henley with like this kind of Cheshire cat grin goes, but we gained a son, and he introduces Deacon. And
that's really cool.
And you can tell Deacon is just genuinely humbled to get
so
this
humbled.
chance.
Yeah.
How did they get Vince Gill to join him?
He was a huge. I read about this. He was a huge Eagles fan.
Well, who was it?
And so when he was making his own hits,
Right, he's a great
he
musician.
met he would like go to their concerts.
Yeah.
And one day like he went backstage and met them all, and they said, "Boy, we'd love to have you," and it just evolved that way.
Doesn't he look like somebody's dad if they're just playing with him?
Yeah, it's great.
He just looked like where'd they find that guy in some garage? He just looks like that.
All right,
isn't he married to Amy Grant?
Yes, he is.
They're still married?
Vince Gill is married to Amy Grant. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
if
that
they
one
have
survived.
If they have kids, they're going to be some great musicians.
Yeah, there's some great talent in there, no question. All right, coming up next for you, Michael, you hang out for this. I've been teasing it all afternoon long, and people have been waiting for it. Charles Barkley doesn't care who wins the NBA title. We'll do it next.
Can I also talk to Michael about Pepe's parking issues?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, okay,
we'll do that as well. We'll talk about the parking issues. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Listen to Travis and DeMarco all week long if you can stand it. For your chance to watch Saturday night.
Picking on Travis and DeMarco. That is
All I
a
said is
very
you could
listenable show.
Anyway, listen to their show all week for your chance to watch Saturday night's LAFC match at BMO Stadium. BMO. Inside the 710 suite. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. The winner picks up 1 4-pack of sweet passes. Listen all week to the Travis and DeMarco show for your chance to win only with 710 Yes Mice.
And by the way, when you go, Travis has promised to wear his wrinkled smock for you at the game.
I love when he wrinkles his smock.
Exactly. More Mason and Ireland next, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
I'm not like picking my nose. I'm not doing anything crazy. I would give you a set. I would give you a
pick
set.
your nose?
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
Oh, my God, bro. I didn't need to know that. I'm sorry.
Look at Travis.
I didn't need to know that. You pick your nose? Oh, come on,
In the
man.
car, it's like you have a cloak of invisibility.
Those windows.
No, it's just you lose track of everyone
We can
else out
see
there.
you.
Tinted windows, bro.
Tinted windows, fine. But come on now. That's gross.
Okay, but I
You
want...
flick it out. No one's saying it's not gross. We're just saying that we've done it.
There's not too many things that take my appetite. That might be one of them.
Do you flick it out?
Oh, God, come on.
I'm going to leave it in the car.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Why would you
Where
even
else are you
put
gonna
that?
do it? You let the aerodynamics take it away.
You guys are disgusting.
I'm getting ready to heat.
You let the Marco's windshield take care of it.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
This is John Ireland. You know BBGO. You see their logo on every Lakers jersey. But did you know BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers? BBGO promises bold, authentic Korean flavor. And if you're tired of the same old snacks while watching the game, try America's favorite and #1 Asian snack brand. You can find BBGO products in the freezer section. Try the steamed dumplings or the mandu. BBGO knows that food brings people together, just like the purple and gold. Try BBGO today.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot, 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 and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh, yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Ten minutes in front of 3:30, 3:20 in the Southland. I don't know. Live Imaging Tuesday, Mason and Ireland.
This is for his playlist because what he gave us, like, come on, you don't hear
For
this.
Pepe's playlist or for Mace's?
Mason for his gym.
I like my playlist.
You're gonna listen to this at the gym?
Are
you gonna dance? You gonna move? You gonna move your money making?
If this is gonna make my mix or not.
This is a workout song.
Morales is doing too much right now. doing too much.
My heart's fine.
It's medically too much.
Medically,
for you, Chris.
No, I think it.
Slow down, Chris. You cannot yet.
I can do that.
Do
still.
what you used to do.
I can do a lot of it. I can do more. My hips whip.
In Oklahoma City, Michael Thompson and John Ireland are there, and Lakers versus the Thunder tonight. I want to play something for you, John.
Okay.
This is Charles Barkley, and I want to ask you if this is healthy for the NBA. Listen to this.
What's really interesting, we only travel for the conference finals, and one city hates me and one city loves me because we have to pick a city. We have to pick a team. Stephen A., let me just tell you this, man. I don't give a rat's ass who win in the playoffs. You know what I want? I want it to be over so I can get to vacation. When Ernie said,
but you and I are different. I don't care about the outcome. As long as the Knicks are not in it, I don't care about who wins or loses. But I do care about the location.
That's right. That's why I hate your ass sometimes. Because you always pulling for the warm weather team. Because you want to walk around and looking good and everything.
Right.
Man, first of all,
Listen, I don't get to be on a golf course like you for 4 months. I'm working during those 4 months you on a golf course. You realize that, right?
Good point there. You got a great
So
point
he
there.
says he doesn't care who wins the NBA title. He just wants it to be over. Now, I have never understood this. One time I did the All-Star game with the great Jerry Coleman back in the day.
Yep.
And Jerry, we sat down to do the game, and I was doing whatever sidelines, post-game.
You were doing the
interviews and
dugout
stuff.
interviews, if I remember
exactly.
correctly.
I was doing
Yeah.
dugout interviews, and Jerry, first inning, says, I got to make this flight tonight. I'm like, why are you already on the plane before the game even starts? Do you have any sense of that there are other people that just want it to be over?
Oh, yeah. We're not going to call any names, but I always wonder, well, if you hate your job so much, why don't you quit? I don't get it. This is such a privilege and an honor and so much fun to call these games, to be around these games, even though we complain and you'll hear us whine and gripe about the players and the referees and stuff. But it's so much fun to go to crypto and to travel with the Lakers and the way we travel, the way they treat us like kings. Why would anybody complain about this gig, even though we do, but not because I have to work for this. I love what I do, but I agree with you, Mace. I mean, if you hate your job so much, quit.
Mace, I've often said over the years that anybody that broadcast on a professional level, like Michael and I are employed by the Lakers to do their game.
Yes.
Anybody who complains about that job is just a complainer.
Yeah.
There's no way that, do you know how many people would kill for Charles Barkley's life?
I know.
Now,
Yeah. I
having
know.
said that, people still love Charles. Like, they love him on the college games, and he does no homework. He doesn't know any of the players. He doesn't know any of the schools. But because he'll speak without a filter, people love to hear what he's going to say next.
But is it good for the sport that one of the big analysts that everybody talks about says, I don't care who wins, I just want it to be over?
Barkley is terrible for the sport.
You think he's terrible for the
Oh,
sport?
Andy, I disagree.
He is terrible for the NBA. Shaq is bad for the NBA because all they do is crap on the product that they are paid millions of dollars to promote. And we talk all the time. I mean, John, this is one of your big talking points, that everybody is complaining, what's wrong with the NBA? Why is the NBA so bad? You always, John, have to take up for the league. One of the big reasons is because two of the biggest voices, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, will never shut up complaining about it and will never stop crapping on it. And it's a big reason why everybody thinks that the league is in such a bad place, because they're terrible for it.
Right. Here's why I disagree.
I like it.
I am paid by the Lakers, and because I didn't play like Michael and Stu did, if I say negative things about the Lakers, my phone rings and they get on me. But Charles and Shaq are Hall of Famers.
So
they
is
can
Reggie
say,
Miller, and all he does is promote the league positively.
Yeah, but they can say whatever they want. And
I know,
think
that
people
makes it
want
worse.
truth.
That actually makes it worse. It's an active choice to crap on the thing. They don't have to. They're choosing to do it.
Yeah, I disagree. I look forward to watching. I think Inside the NBA is the best show ever.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want Tom Brady crapping on the NFL, would you?
Oh, dude, I'll tell you right now, David Stern, if he were still
David
around,
Stern would never put up
David
with it.
Stern
He
would have
would
told
fix
Shaq
this.
and
Oh,
Barkley,
yeah.
I don't give a bleep who you are.
Right.
Shut up or we're replacing you.
Yeah.
I can promise you.
You're
that.
absolutely right.
Yeah, and I think, by the way, they do set the tone. We've done so much radio now, Ireland, about what's wrong with the NBA, how do you fix the NBA, and a lot of it, the tone is set by those guys because we all watch them.
And before we go, what's wrong with Pepe's parking?
So Pepe doesn't get parking, so he's hitting us all up. So I'm finally getting him a parking card.
Oh,
good. It's about time you take care of the dictator.
But yeah, but what he does is he came up to me and was like on his knees crying.
No, I doubt that.
Don't do that.
No. About how like Greg is a tyrant and Greg wouldn't give him parking. Then he goes to Lindsay and says Morales is a tyrant. He won't give me parking. I don't deal with the parking, man.
Oh, la-di-da.
Okay, Jack?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So let me just
I'm going to get him a parking card.
He has a parking
Not
card.
yet. I got to get it for him. So I'll work on it.
All right, good.
But for now, like, can you loan him some money, Michael? Like, he doesn't make enough money?
Yeah, I'll give him a few pesos.
Yeah, give him a few pesos, damn it.
Okay. I have got a hard out right now.
Oh, it's
coming
a hard
up
out.
in 10 seconds.
Not a
It's
soft
hard
out. A hard out.
We're counting down. The show will be over, and we'll turn it over to Beto and Michael and Lakers basketball. Thanks, Andy. 710 ESPN.
Two of the biggest titans in all of CONCACAF.
Los Angeles Football Club, Inter Miami CF.
Battle it out for one spot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinal.
Shot from 22 and in! Ordaz has